Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Trails Through Daybreak 2, Feral Fiasco here. And last episode, things got a little nutty at the Grand Prix, but we have since gotten it all figured out, and now Ren is here. Okay, I think I understand the broad overview of the situation. Something must be done about this. It's just been one thing after another these last 2 days. We can't let him keep doing this. Agreed. We have to put a stop to the Gardenmaster's plans at all costs. And we will. But he won't go down without a fight. But he's cooking up another batch of corrosion this very second. That's a safe assumption, yes. Which is all the more reason to find him. And to do that, we'll need more information. I said this earlier, but why don't we put the squeeze on some of our shadier contacts? Maybe they'd have an idea where he's holed up. Or better yet, maybe he'll grace us with his presence to stop us from sniffing around. The CID will be conducting its own investigation into the matter as well. Naturally, I'll pass along anything we learn. Thanks, Renee. You're a real one. We can also prod the Jaegers in the Blacklight District for answers or fish out some leads on the net. Yeah, that sounds good. As for me, I think I'll go see to Abby and his unit. Are we splitting up? They're in the area for a job, so maybe I can get some info out of them. That's an excellent idea. By meeting in person, they may let slip an extra detail or two that they otherwise wouldn't. If you need a Jaeger's eyes and ears, then I'm your gal. I can bully Kurogane into helping too. He'll be extra cooperative after what happened yesterday. We need to broaden our search, so I'll check with the guild again. I can forward whatever I learn to you. I'll see what Theo and I can do in the meantime. We have a wide net that we can cast. Let's see what information we can reel in tonight and then reconvene tomorrow morning. Also, we should be on the lookout for any further rewrites. As we've seen, those have the propensity to throw any plans made into disarray. Yeah, he went super far for it. True that. There's a strange scent in the air. Should I? No. We've got to take action here. We can deal with any issues as they come up. After brainstorming for a while, they settled on a plan for gathering information and divided up the labor accordingly. Once that was done, some of the members decided to call it a night. So Alrighty, I'm heading out now. I texted Abby a minute ago, and he said he'll keep his ear to the ground. I'm gonna take off too. Seems Kurogane's getting ready to send out the squad. Okay then, best of luck to you two. With those two on the case, we've pretty much got the Jaeger angle covered. I'm assuming you'll be prowling around the shadier parts of Edith than your usual getup, yeah? Of course. After all, I do my best work in the dark. I'm gonna ask Grammy to back me up. If all goes well, we'll be coming back with some fresh clues on where that coward's hiding. Just be careful out there, okay? I plan to conduct my own investigation tonight as well. I'll also be paying Mr. Alfayette a visit. He and his unit are just outside the capital, as it so happens. Just outside the capital? I guess that must be the most strategic place, because it's not like Marduk can't afford the best lodgings. Really now? Wonder what he's up to. Right, it's so strange. What's just outside the capital that could be that interesting? I mean, plenty knowing these games, but... Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Would you like to accompany me then? We can check up on him together. Sure, that sounds great. Well, I'm off to do my own investigation. Get to hit up some girls I haven't seen in a while. Wow, way to be a team player, Mr. Skirt Chaser. Can't you keep it in your pants for one night? In any case, I'll be returning to the dorms tonight. Would 6 a.m. be a good meetup time for everyone? Jeez. I know the balance hangs in the balance, but 6 a.m.? That's crazy. Yes, that works for me. Everybody here is used to early rising. Maybe not Aaron, but everybody else. In the meantime, let's all keep in close contact. We don't know what might happen out there, so we'll need to stay sharp. Understood. We'll be in touch. So now it's time for a nighttime walkabout? No. Proceeding directly into the 22nd. Well, alright then. March 22nd, 5:58 a.m. Entirely too early. And here everybody is, punctual. Wait, no, this is not everybody. This is like
So damn tired.
What'd I say?
Why'd I let the old fart drag me around the Blacklight district? Should have ditched him the first chance I got.
Oh, Aaron didn't get to goof off like he was wanting to?
You'll survive. At least you got a nap in.
Well, I can't blame him for being a little fatigued. You two did stay up for half the night, after all.
We woke up early and took the first train. I wonder if the others will get here on time too.
I would expect them to. If Aaron's here, they can't let him beat them out in punctuality.
I'm not sure. The group that left last night hasn't come back yet. You'd think they would let us know if they were running late.
Yeah, I doubt that divine slacker would bother, but the other three are usually more on the ball than this.
Divine slacker.
In any event, I was able to find some information that may give us a few pointers. There were reports of suspicious individuals near the military facility, and a possible abnormality in the orbal network.
I heard about the latter. Supposedly, there's a small-scale corrosion experiment taking place.
All right, we gotta be on that.
Unfortunately, I didn't hear any talk about the Crimson Grendel.
Well, we still gotta be on that.
Come to think of it, that other Grendel hasn't made any appearances lately.
Same goes for the ferry. I still think they're involved in this whole corrosion mess. I don't have any proof.
And I say we go out and get some once the rest of the crew gets back. Let's be on the lookout for bullshit. Second day was much worse than the first. So if the trend continues...
Something truly egregious is gonna go down today.
Right, I get what you mean. As soon as...
What if... There's no way. It shouldn't work on anybody who's been rewound, right? But now that we're actively on the lookout for this craziness, what if the group has been rewritten? Like, not this one, but the other one. Yeah, ain't looking too good.
You all right, Agnes?
She's fine, but everybody else, though.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. For a second, I thought the Genesis was glowing.
It did. We heard the sound cue for it. She just missed it.
But it must have been my imagination.
We have been saved by the Genesis on a number of occasions. You don't suppose...
Well, here it is. The start of the BS. Yep. Right on time. 6 a.m.
Never thought I'd get a call from you so early. Everything all right? You seem kind of worked up.
What are her hours? She's on the clock at 6 a.m. for Marduk? That's burning the midnight oil.
No time to explain! Get the office now!
Where?
Can you repeat that? You're breaking up real bad.
It must be some kind of interference. I don't think anything's jamming the orbal waves, but...
Whoa! What? What's happening? Dang, they were quick with it. No, not quick enough.
Van!
Damn it!
They got our boy.
Someone's attacking us? What's going on here?
It looked like it was the...
Oh, get out of here!
It looked like the Hom scene.
Let's go! Agnes! This way! Hurry!
We have to go before the next round.
There it is. Some detonations.
Look out!
Van!
Okay. Holy. Talk about a freaking blindside. Okay. She was telling us to get out of there. Yes, so there's no freaking way. What? Holy crap. I guess I can't even guess. That's great. That's genuinely insane. Well, all right. We have to go back even further past this. We have to do the other thing. Oh, Alright, well, okay. Certain party members will be changed. Who are we losing? No, we still have... Oh, we're losing Renee. Interesting. So what's our plan for tomorrow, then? Our options are to either investigate the remnants of the True Grievance Brigade, or follow Mr. Zeman's suggestion and review the mysteries that have arisen thus far. Let's see. We didn't escape it. We have to completely... Well, I guess now that we know how this all shakes out, we don't have to send the whole crew in order to deal with one. Shit. I know this feeling. Did we just get sent back 2 days in the past? We didn't stand a chance against that assault. Thinking back, the Genesis reacted just before it happened. A certain number of Genesis must be collected in order to survive the mystery assault on the office in Day 3. Interesting. Complete the route that has yet to be experienced on Day 2. Alright, well, I say we go with Master Bearguard's advice. Sounds like a plan. So then, if we have yet to collect the Genesis, we have to split up, don't we? Great. Then let's pack it in for tonight. We've got a busy day in store. Interesting. I don't specifically think we would need that. I don't feel like there's any reason why we couldn't have gone back maybe less early. And just not split up potentially, but oh well. Alright. Time to get this workday started. Like we decided last night, we're going to be looking into all of the mysteries we've left unsolved. The incident at Nemeth Island, yesterday's run-in with Ashen. We need to start making some sense of things. Shouldn't we already remember all this, though? First on the list are the fake Grendel, the phony fairy, and the dude lording himself up as the Gardenmaster. They won't show their hand so easily, but chances are that they're slinking around behind the scenes. Indeed, we also know that the Society's Oathbreaker is cooperating with them. Apart from that, perhaps we can look into the twin assassins from the Gardens as well. Those kids, huh? Whatever their history, they're bound to come into the picture again. Then there's Swin and Nadia. I wonder if they're okay. We couldn't pick up either of their tracks yesterday. Yeah, and the only lead we'd had turned out to be a ruse. This makes 6 days since Swin left, and he could quite literally be anywhere in that time. Another thing that worries me is the way those two have drifted apart. Yes. Our next conundrums are the mail we received from C and the situation with the Mirhian Garten. Wait, there's no way we have to redo the Mirhian Garten floor. Quite right. The latter also played a part in Miss Lu's rewrite, though the particulars escape us. Mirabelle informed me that they would investigate the matter after I inquired about it last night. Jeez, that's more mysteries than I thought. We got enough here to fill a few books, or a few games. I may have made that joke already. Is it always like this? You have no freaking idea, and I may have already made that joke too. I'd call it par for the course at Arkwright Solutions. Well, we can't just ignore these things. Yeah, at the least, we've got to take a few shots in the dark. For now, let's give the town a once-over. We can check whatever sticks out and handle any 4 SPGs on the way. Right. On with our daily operations, then. So yes, this one, we're supposed to cut through the chaff and figure out what's really going on. Hey, just popping in with an update from Marduk support. Further analysis has revealed a new floor of the Mirhian Garten, so check it out when you get a chance, Kay. Alright. An 8th floor has been added to the Mirhian Garten, and we will handle that. Oh, can't handle that in there. So yes, Master Bearguard tasked us with something a little different. Well, if it isn't our delinquent tenant. Your gang gets bigger every time I see you. Okay. So, since we've decided to pursue Bearguard's thing, are we just going to take the Genesis from her right now? Yeah, well, it's not like I asked for it. I apologize for any commotion. And I'm sorry I didn't stop here for breakfast. Just get a load of that aroma. Catch me in a good mood and maybe I'll treat ya. By the by, didn't y'all get invited to the Z1 Grand Prix? Yeah, well, that comic clown sent us 3 tickets. And Yume here said she just had to see it. That's right, we'll be closing up shop as soon as the morning crowd is gone. So if you'd like to order something, now's the time. Duly noted. I'd have nabbed a seat in the stands too if things weren't the way they are. But hey, don't let that stop you folks from enjoying yourselves. Oh, we plan on it, believe you me. Wouldn't be worth the lost business otherwise. You take care out there, everyone. See you later! Okay, so this time, you can now travel to the Satan District and Treon Tower. Okay, so yes, this time, nothing strange is going on with Yume. So since we opted for this, they are going to have a perfectly normal time. And I guess that's preferable to the alternative. So from here, Station Street. Let's start with the Satan District.
Shall we go?
I want to see what brand new goodies are on offer. We've got something over there. Umbrellas for snow? I don't know why that strikes me as so strange. Well, I think it's because if the snow, well, it'll probably melt before too long.
Please take as much time as you need. I hope to see you again.
What's next?
Her voice sounds way older than she looks, but that is it and all for the Satan District. Treon Tower, Tower Observation Deck. All right,
Want to take the scenic route?
Something's going on there. But let us... Oh, we can actually catch a movie. And I do think we'll be doing that. Just to be sure.
Anything of interest?
Blue Newsboy cap. For Shizuna? Red down coat, which is just a straight upgrade. Whoa, quite the straight upgrade for her. There we go. His evasion will get cut. 490, 441, 547. And he'll only lose 2 points in evasion, so yeah. He'll lose 4 and it'll cut Vans in half, so maybe not.
Welcome to the Treon Mall. Here you'll find Treon.
And we're not getting... This isn't as
I hope you found everything
impressive of an upgrade, so
A movie
I'm
theater.
not worried about that. Something downstairs in the liberal shop, I believe. Let me go ahead and get this set.
Thank you very much.
50. Gifts maxing?
You sure?
Well, hey. It's all like the...
Welcome.
Oh yeah, LaBurl. I'm actually kind of interested in that place. Master really likes it there.
Oh, that reminds me.
Reminds her what?
I think the granddaughter of the 8 Leaves founder belongs to one of the guilds there.
Funny you should say that. You are correct. But that Falcom, I really like that. It all started with Liberl massively hyping up Erebonia. Yeah, actually, then we went to Crossbell, but then Crossbell massively hyped up Erebonia, then we went there. Then Erebonia massively hyped up Calvard. Now Calvard can't stop talking about Liberl.
I'm quite proud of what we have to offer.
You should be.
Please come again.
Liberl is the best, besides, as long as you ignore the fact that it's a technological wasteland. Zeiss, man. They bullied, like, the indirect bullying that Zeiss has experienced is just too much.
A movie theater, boutique,
But it's all good. Wait, the thing was over here. Because, man, Trails in the Sky first chapter, they really did their big one with that. That game is like an 11 out of 10, and I've only played like an hour and a half of it.
Step right up.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your
So,
visit?
we've already seen all of these. Since we've got all their pamphlets.
Welcome to the tree.
I guess that's it, because I want to go ahead and handle the light work before we get into the craziness.
Let's be on our way.
So, to the Centre Marché we go. Oh, to the Centre Marché we go. What's all over this?
Take a look at my wares. Anything strike your fancy?
Some hip stragas, yes sir. Okay, his evasion doesn't get killed too badly here, but her defense goes, oh yeah, let's go ahead. Mirage vests for all. Any straight upgrades, or at least nobody getting hit too badly. Her arts defense would go down. Nah.
Thanks.
So in this case, what do you got for us? DX Vantage Masters. A Vantage Masters board game perfectly suited for parties. This is what they've reduced my beautiful Vantage Masters to. A singular item. Oh well.
Thanks a bunch, Van. I'm so happy.
Lunar lamp. Let's actually take a look and see if that's any good. Is it gonna be? It's very far down. Arts attack plus 50, speed, evasion, arts evasion. Yeah, not too shabby. Let's go ahead and give that to him. And so with that set, what do we got here?
Right.
According to the recent intel, a dangerous monster, the 100-eyed drome, has been sighted in the Centre Marché's old sewer system. We would greatly appreciate you taking care of this beast in the guild's stead. Alright, well, we gotcha. And in that case, let's head to Station Street. This should be our more involved request, because we can bully some monsters anytime. What do you got for us here?
What to do?
The Mishy misadventure. Are you aware that Mishy's revamped design has been rather controversial among his fan base? We are. That dude's been hitting the Ozempic big time. Apparently, some fans have even been plotting something nefarious to show how much they hate it. Yeah, that's fairly realistic. Well, whatever their plans are, we can't let them get away with it. For Mishy's sake, please help us stop them. I'll be waiting in the rest area on Station Street. It's funny, because this is like supposed to sound lighthearted, but we need to protect Mishy, dude. Because fans can go crazy for this kind of stuff. Hey, you the Rosie that issued a Forest PG? We're from Arkwright Solutions. We saw your request. Oh, you're the ones everyone's been talking about. You got here much faster than I thought you would. That's good, because we're running out of time. Running out of time? That's so. Why don't you start by telling us what's going on then? Your request made some mention of the Mishy show, I believe. Oh, that reminds me. Isn't there supposed to be some kind of difference between the new Mishy and the old one? Honestly, I can't really tell. And it makes sense. If you don't really care about Mishy, you're not really going to notice something, but... Well, why don't I start there? Mishy was born in a theme park in Crossbell, Michelin Wonderland. But the financial vacuum left in Erebonia after the war gave Valis Investment Bank an opening to swoop in and buy up a bunch of their stock. That's how they became Michelin Wonderland's major investors. Valis Investment Bank? They're a major competitor, I think, of whatever Sharid's got going on. They've been pushing the company to expand their market ever since, particularly into the Republic. That's what led to the higher-ups deciding to put Mishy through a whole new redesign. His new features are supposed to appeal to people from the Republic, and the costume's apparently easier to move around in too. Not as bulky, so I can believe that. It seems to allow Mishy to show more expression as well. Right, you'd be able to go ahead and emote better. Or emote more freely. I'm disappointed they removed the cute little stripes on his body, however. Right? When everyone thinks of Mishy, they imagine a small limp face with a plump body. It was peak character design. Another, I don't know why it so surprises me when they talk so modernly in these. Valis just doesn't understand his charm. They completely got rid of the snuggly feeling he gave off. I see. You're very passionate about this. Mishy does look a lot sicker now. You seem pretty familiar with Mishy yourself, Elaine. She sure is. Been a hardcore Mishy fan since her student days. You don't need to advertise it to the world. Plus, you can't exactly call me hardcore. I'm actually quite behind on Mishy lore these days. Oh yeah, definitely something a casual fan would say. Think what you like. Aw, she's embarrassed. Anyway, I apologize for all my excitement. I'm actually no longer a part of the old Mishy fan group. That, in real life, that would be a giant red flag, either for her or for the fan group. I've recently come to believe that both the new and old Mishy have their positives. Okay, so in this case, it's for the old fan group. Well, I guess that's better than making a fuss over it. Right, because it's not like the new one's going anywhere. I agree. And for what it's worth, Mishy's old design is still rather prominent in Crossbell. Yeah. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean much to the old Mishy's more radical fans. They're the reason I contacted you all, actually. Oh, so she knows firsthand what they're about to get up to. You see, I've heard a rumor that they intend on interfering with the Mishy show today at the Treon Mall. Well, that's definitely not something we can ignore. Could be dangerous. Yes. However, as for who exactly the person planning to interfere is, well, I'm not too sure. That's why I'm asking for your help. After all, it'd be terrible if the show got interrupted. I mean, that sounds like a pretty reasonable request. But as I'm sure you're aware, right, like, if they're like, what would be the possible reason she can't go to the cops or the guild for this? This is exactly the kind of thing that they would handle. This is a job for somebody like a mall cop, not a Spriggan. Although I imagine they'd have a hard time acting on something that's little more than a rumor. Was there a particular reason you thought we'd be your best choice? There is. Think about it. If a fan of Mishy's were to have a run-in with the authorities, his reputation will be sure to plummet. I guess she's also not wrong. It doesn't take much for some particularly egregious fans, egregiously behaving fans, to mar the entire image of their fandom. So, she ain't wrong. If she wants to protect Mishy's fandom, she can't let Mishy's fans act insane. Also, I can't help but sympathize with the old Mishy fans. They just really love him is all. I was hoping you guys could help me end things peacefully. That way no one gets hurt or has their reputation destroyed. So, in other words, you want us to stop the target from ruining the show, then cover up their tracks. Well, I can't say I don't understand how you feel. However, if these Mishy fans truly do intend on disrupting the peace, I think it'd be best if they were judged lawfully for their actions. Now hold on, Elaine. As you're here, you're gonna do as we do. If they don't face consequences, they'll only grow bolder. I guess you're right. Wait a sec. There's only one person trying to interfere, right? Wait, it's not the whole group? Yes, we may call radicals a group, but they're barely even that, honestly. Most of their bad apples work in isolation. True, it'd be pretty hard to find two people that crazy about Mishy anywhere within like 1,000 selj of each other. And given that a majority of their members think disrupting the Mishy show is going a step too far, it's not hard to see why. It should be relatively simple to trace their movements then. Do you know what their plan involves? I'm sorry, any details I know are pretty vague. You could always hire a Jaeger Corps to deal with them. And depending on how big it is, you could probably send them to wipe out the entire group. Okay, but she doesn't want to kill them all. With a smaller corps, though, you might just have to settle for killing the guy in charge. Don't you think that's going a bit overboard? Yes, we do. We do not need to go that far. Well, actually, it's maybe it's best to be prepared. Whoa, they do not play in these Mishy streets. What if they plan to do something dangerous? Listen, nobody's planning an armed armed strike on Mishy or his fans. Got it? Right. Because it's over Mishy. Over Mishy, though? Yeah. We're losing the plot very quickly. If you say so. Anyway, we probably won't be able to learn anything concrete unless we start asking around the mall. Should we head over to see what we can find? Well, yeah. Pure law. We have to do what we gotta do for Mishy. Alright, I guess we're on the case. I mean, sure, it's a little strange, but it kind of feels right up our alley. Great, thank you so much. You should head over to the Treon Mall as soon as you can. The show should be starting in about an hour. I'm sure the culprit's just waiting for his chance to pounce. We'll do everything we can to find him. It's probably going to be a her. Because it sticks out. The fact that we're using gendered language when in this particular instance we would not makes me feel like we're being misdirected to think it's a guy. Unless when Rosie was talking, I missed some kind of detail, but I don't think I did. Actually, do you mind if I tag along? Honestly, I've got a feeling this crazy fan of ours already knows your face. You can come with us to the mall, but don't enter until we give you the all clear. Understand? Yes, sir. Okay, let's get moving.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
Yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do for Mishy.
Business will be better this year.
And then we're heading to the mall. Bracer Guild Edith branch. Oh, this must be for the thing itself. Hold on. Yeah, Treon Tower. Jeez. I won't quote them, but I definitely know plenty of real life examples of genuine fan insanity. Wait, if there's a dome overhead. Oh no, it might have just been wires with no glass in the glass between the glass paneling in the actual openings. Wow, this place seems pretty busy. There seems to be a lot of parents with children here. They must be waiting for the show. That might make it harder to search for our culprit. Should we just start looking for this guy's hiding place? I think we should find the Mishy show staff first. I know we don't want to alert the police or anything, but we can still give them a heads up. We have to make sure they're ready, just in case we don't get to the culprit in time. Smart thinking. The staff lead is usually placed in the wings of the stage. Let's head there now. Right. So, maybe it's the staff lead, or maybe it's... Okay, yeah. Oh, check out the balloons coming into existence.
Welcome to the
But it looks like there is paneling there, but it's not anything that wouldn't be able to go through. So, what's up, staff member? This guy looks like the one in charge. Excuse me, you got a moment? There's something we think the Mishy staff should know. Of course. Is there an issue somewhere? Sorry, but we might want to talk about this elsewhere. Alright, was there something I could do for you? We're pretty busy, so if it's not anything important... We're from Arkwright Solutions. We just received a job from a concerned citizen. Van proceeded to explain the details of Rosie's request. Don't worry about finding the person. We'll take care of that part for you. They should have security on hand specifically to deal with something like this. But like Van said, she didn't want a mall cop involved for a very particular reason. I just wanted you guys to be aware of the situation. You should be prepared in case we slip up. I see. You know, actually, these radical Mishy fans have become quite the topic among our staff too. We occasionally have some disturbances during our shows with booing and everything. Grown adults making a show for children awful because they can't stand a redesign. Again, very true to life. Most of us figured that's who it was. But I never thought they'd go so far. Excuse me, if you've experienced these kinds of disturbances before, why haven't you notified the respective authorities? Well, we certainly considered it, but we were worried they might want to start forcibly removing people or refuse entry. Not only would it paint a bigger target on our back, but it would also just ruin the atmosphere of the Mishy show. That's true, militarizing the joint does kind of go against everything we're standing for here. We figured we could handle it by giving out warnings at the beginning of the performance. If it was me, I'd kick them out faster than they could say wishy with Mishy. Anyway, if what you said is true, we might just have to ramp up security after all. I'll talk to the staff right now and have them prepare for the worst. Thanks. That should make our job a little easier. Alright then. Now the fun begins. Well, that's one task accomplished. What should we do next? Now, we start the hunt. I'm pretty sure the culprit is somewhere in the mall. Think I even caught their scent earlier. We should try our best to capture them before the show starts. Scent, huh? Would you perhaps be smelling those two over there? That woman wandering the main corridor has been acting a little strange. She doesn't really look like she's here to watch the show either. She's mean mugging the stage for some reason. She seems to be handing out some papers. She's protesting Mishy. As for the other scent, what about the guy handing out balloons? I don't really think he's doing anything weird though. No, he isn't, but I can't shake the feeling that he's still suspicious somehow. Look at him. He's just standing there, menacingly. You sure do have a knack for this. But you're right. I'm sure one of them is the culprit. Sorry for stealing your thunder. Anyway, let's go talk to them to see if we can learn anything. It's probably the woman. It'd be nice if they gave up as soon as they saw us. Wouldn't ya? That would be nice. Probably not gonna happen, but it'd be nice. Hey, what are you handing out? Oh, are you interested? Please, take some with you. Let me give you my card as well. Join us in bringing back the true Mishy. I'm trying to gather signatures in support of returning Mishy's old design. As I'm sure you can tell, I'm a huge fan. I visit MWL pretty often, even though it's all the way in Crossbell. Nobody in all the Republic loves Mishy more than I do. No, all the world. This is like saying that you live, like, she's going cross-country to visit an amusement park on the regular. Wow, that's some confidence. Yeah, you sure are passionate about this. Radical might be putting it lightly. But why is she wearing so much perfume? It's really overpowering. The Mishy you see in the Republic is a fraud. He's trampling all over Mishy's good name. Whether it's the new design of the costume or even that Mishy and Boots movie, none of them are the cat we know and love. I loved Mishy and Boots though. Definitely wild though. The company's far too focused on making Mira lately, which means they've been neglecting the most important thing of all, Mishy's personality. You know, I kind of understand where you're coming from. I mean, the new design is alright, but there's just something about it that feels a little off. And don't ignore that feeling. You mustn't give in to the new Mishy. I've had over 30 people sign my petition already, and they would all agree with you. Wow, 30 people. I believe that those supporting the new Mishy are being fooled into doing so. Are you sure? They probably just really don't care that much. Yeah, is that so? Yes, that's why I plan on watching the show happening later. I'll have my eye on them in case there's any funny business going on. Our dream is to create an NWL in the Republic, one that's true to form. If you feel as strongly as I do, I implore you to please add your signature to the list. Okay, well, I'll definitely have to think about it. Let's go find our other suspect. It might not be her, actually, but give me 1 second. Where is this guy? There's no... There's no... Oh, okay. Why wasn't this...
You won't want to miss it.
Oh, okay. It is there, but just barely. I'm looking around like, what the heck? Alright, buddy. You handing out balloons for the Mishy show? Yes, I am. They were originally supposed to be used to decorate the mall. But I had some extra left over, so I've been giving them out free to guests. That's awfully thoughtful of you. So, does that mean you're one of the Mishy show's staff members? I guess you could say that. I've only really been hired for a day gig, though. I'm a longtime fan of Mishy, so it's always been my dream to help out with the show. I was so glad I could finally arrange my schedule to take the job today. Do you normally do other work? Yeah, I'm a painter. You know, someone who paints roofs and walls and stuff. I also like working on mechanical stuff as a hobby every now and then. Oh, this guy's a jack of all trades. I even made a Mishy-mobile once. Wow. A Mishy-mobile. I'm assuming that's a car with pictures of Mishy all over it. Exactly. I even put together some custom parts that looked like Mishy's ears and tail. Oh, he's about to rope Van in with that. It's actually parked outside the mall right now. Would you all like to see it? That's amazing. We'll take a look when we get a chance. You said you were a longtime fan, right? So does that mean the design on the car is the old Mishy? Of course. Uh-oh, here it is, the switch up. The old Mishy is the true Mishy. The new one's just some fake made by some big stockholders. There's no competition. I just wish people who like the new one would open their eyes. He feels different all of a sudden. I feel kind of threatened. Also, what's that lemon smell coming off of him? Lemon smell? Sorry. I got a little carried away. I know that the Valis investment bank's pretty much the whole reason Mishy was even able to come to the Republic. I'm really grateful for that, at least. Is that so? Thank you. You've really given us some things to think on. A lemon smell. Well, we didn't notice anything weird like that on the lady. Well, we've talked to our two suspects. Both of them loved the old Mishy too, but I think they were a bit more than your average fans. Yeah, neither of them really seemed like they planned to interfere with the show though. I don't know, lemon guy. A man handing out balloons and a woman getting signatures. There's still something I don't get. Yeah, why did they both smell so weird? Wait, was there a weird smell on the lady? You're right. I picked up on that as well. Did somebody mention a weird smell on the lady? The culprit has to be one of them. We might be able to figure it out by process of elimination. Seen? Or sent? Process of elimination? Yeah. The person who came to interfere with the Mishy show is... What? Who? What? I don't know. The woman gathering signatures? No, it's the other guy. It's obvious the balloon guy was planning something. Well, most likely the guy with the balloons. Huh? You don't think it's the woman? What did she smell like? They both had really strong feelings about the new Mishy. The woman's trying to get rid of the new Mishy by gathering signatures. She even had her own cards made. And if she were to plan something that would interfere with the show, what do you think would happen? If it became known to the public that she was behind it all, her hard work would go up in smoke. Yeah, she's probably just going to keep gathering signatures. When you put it like that, I guess it makes sense. That just leaves the guy with the balloons. Yes, but even without us narrowing it down, there's a reason he stood out. It's fun to see you guys slowly suss out the culprit, so she's as implying she already knows who it is. I tend to rely on my instincts. They're never wrong. Must be nice. You don't have to be so snide about it. Well, whatever. Let's go find our guy. There's not much time until the show starts. But what's the lemon scent have to do with anything? Oh, you're back. Did you guys want a balloon? The show is about to begin, so I started putting them away. Sorry, but there's something we need to talk to you about. We don't have much time, so I'll keep it short. Fairy, you're up. Tamam! Well, what are you doing? I've done nothing wrong! Maybe not yet, but you were certainly planning to. We know all about your little scheme. For example, those balloons. Why don't we cut one and see what's inside? As Shizuna drew her katana, the balloon burst without a sound. And from the balloon dripped a liquid. Is that paint? You put paint in the balloons? Well, well, isn't this a surprise? He was gonna carry the place? I have no idea how that got in there. It must have been someone else. Besides, how would something like that disrupt the show anyway? I assume it has something to do with that scent you're giving off. That strong lemon smell. The components of citrus fruits have a corrosive effect on rubber. In other words, if you apply a citrus-based juice to the balloon, it would eventually burst. And if you look close enough, some of the balloons have a clasp keeping them shut. Didn't you say something about being good with mechanical stuff? If you made a device that was capable of spraying lemon juice and put it on a timer, you could release the paint right as the show is at its peak, ruining it for everyone. Aaron took a look into the man's pocket. And what do we have here? Some liquid and a few clasps. There's no more talking your way out of this one. I mean, he hadn't actually done anything yet. Amazing. But you guys are too late. Why don't you take a look at the ceiling? Okay, we did. We saw a whole bunch of balloons at the ceiling. I didn't realize that was going to be part of anything. Those balloons have paint in them too? That's right. Sucks that I couldn't get them all up there, but whatever. When the paint falls, it'll be sure to splash everything and everyone in its way. Every fan of the new Mishy deserves to be doused. You idiot. Do you even realize what you're doing? New, old, it doesn't matter. You're not worthy to call yourself a Mishy fan at all. Huh? Hello everyone, the Mishy show will be starting in just a few moments. Please gather around the stage and get ready to make a wishy with Mishy. We're out of time. I think we've learned all we can. Fairy, keep an eye on him. Understood. But what are you guys going to do? We'll talk to the staff, then gather all the balloons ourselves. The ones on the ceiling take priority. Katra, see if you and Theo can do anything about them. And try not to attract attention from the guests. Do we have to collect them with Theo? Got it. I should be able to do something with shard search. Theo! Commencing emergency balloon retrieval. Leave it to Theo. Alright, let's get going. Yeah. Make sure to collect the painted balloons in under 2 minutes. Oh, okay. I'm like, am I supposed to be able to... Can we ascend R2? Oh, we have to grab them? Okay. Whew. This is serious business. Good on Falcom for making a very interesting mini-game. Huh. Wait, is this not it? Oh, must return to Cactra. No, I'm not collecting the right ones. Okay, so it's these ones. Okay, whoo! Figured it out sooner rather than later, at least. No. Okay, so I think this one. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to retry this. Uh-oh. This one. Okay, the first time I wasn't paying attention to it, but the second time I did notice our time limit was not going down. Okay, so we have to go to these ones. Nope. Where is... Okay, so there are plenty this way, I think. No, there's specific balloons out of all of these that we have to collect. Oh, crap. What, there we go. 2 more. 30 seconds for 2 more. Where are they? Is it this one? No. What the heck? Okay. 2 more balloons. 2 more. Is it... We've got 1 here. 10 seconds. Where's the last balloon? 1 more. 1 more. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, crap. Alright. Let's try again. Okay. Now we know what to do. We can't... I was like, wait, that seems a little easy. Just grabbing everything in sight. Crap. Okay, cool. So, if I work my way... I think... Because what I didn't do... I was doing this haphazardly. If I work my way up from one end... I can make sure that I'm combing this properly. Alright. So that's it. So where, oh where? Looks like we got our next one right here. No, our next 2. Okay. So that's it. Any... No, those ones are too... See, what's throwing me off is that there are some that we need to collect, but it doesn't shard search the entire selection. Oh. Here we go. Got him. Alright. Because the ones over there gained 1 SP, and I'm going to have to redo that minigame. All paint balloons have been retrieved. Mission complete. Well done, Theo. We managed to get them all on our end, too. Looks like we finished just before the show's climax. Well, nobody's getting dowels today. All right, everyone, let's do it. Make a wishy with Mishy. Make a wishy with Mishy. Yes, sir. Sheesh. While we're over here struggling, they're just dancing the time away. Well, I guess I'm glad their fun wasn't ruined. You said it. Alright, buddy. Following their success, Van's group proceeded to inform the staff of the recently thwarted scheme. Van then also made contact with Rosie to notify her of the resolution of the issue. Alright. I don't even want to think about what could have happened without your help. I'm so glad I put out that request. I mean, if I had gone to the police or the guild, they probably would have just shut the whole showdown and called it quits. You know? Fair. That would have been the most expedient way to handle this. Seriously, thank you so much for your help. Allow me to offer my thanks as well. I really appreciate everything that you've done for us. By the way, you said your name was Rosie, yes? I'd like to cover the request fee for you. Would that be okay? Wow, alright. Huh? Well, sure, I guess I don't mind. Fine by me. Couldn't care less who shells out in the end. As long as they actually do, you know? But before we forget, we still gotta figure out what we want to do with this guy. I didn't actually think you guys would get to all the balloons in time. And we didn't the first time around. But the power of retries. Guess you're just as good as the rumors say you are, Arkwright Solutions. Hey, can I ask you a question? Why did you want to disrupt the show in the first place? Because I refuse to accept the new Mishy. See, I've been a fan for a long time now. I even have a collection of every piece of Mishy merchandise that's ever been sold. Jeez, dude. That's incredible. So, when I learned that I'd finally be able to see Mishy in the Republic, I was over the moon. But then I found out he was just an imposter. However, I knew that for those just discovering Mishy, that fraud would become the real thing to them. So I figured I would show them. Show them that the Mishy they know and love isn't the real Mishy. They deserve to know. I'm sorry to hear you were disappointed. Not just disappointed, this guy's life was in shambles over this. Can't say I don't see where he's coming from, though. Man, this guy's really digging his heels in. If we do actually end up doing this without the authorities, there's a real possibility he'll circle back to plan something even worse in the future. Alright, if we want to stop him from making a comeback, I think we have two options. Either we chew him out, or we intimidate him. So, let's go for a scolding. Let's go with chewing him out. Hopefully it'll hit home. Van, would you mind letting me handle this? You sure? Alright then, go for it. What? I can sympathize with what you're feeling. You see, I'm also a longtime fan of Mishy's. However, I want you to tell me one thing. Do you remember how it felt when you first became a fan? Of course I do! That's not a feeling I'll ever forget. It's like I was overcome with the need to drown myself in all sorts of knowledge about Mishy. Huh. That's what it feels like to become a fan of something? I guess for me, every time it's always been so gradual, but yeah, I guess that does summarize it. I really wanted to meet him too, so I even traveled all the way to Crossbill to watch the show there. Yes, I recall feeling the same way. You know, some of the people in the audience today might have also had that feeling. And you almost prevented it from happening. Ugh. Just because you don't like the new Mishy, that doesn't give you the right to stomp all over everyone else's enjoyment. If you're really a true fan, then you would learn to respect the decisions of your fellows. You're right. How could I be so wrong? I just really like the old Mishy, that's all. I only wanted everyone to understand. Oh, she did it. Looks like it's really sinking in. So, this is where you've all been hiding. Is this the green lady? No way! Mishy in the flesh. Hey everyone, it's Mishy. I'm so glad to meet you all. Mishy, what are you doing here? Weren't you supposed to be returning to Mishy Wonderland? Sorry, I saw someone who didn't look very happy, so I simply had to come out and see what I could do for them. Jumping in at a time like this, impressive. You know, I only just came to the Republic from Mishy Wonderland. There's still a lot of stuff I don't understand about this place. Like, why are my eyebrows so limp here? But that hasn't stopped me from trying to fulfill my dream. That is, my dream of bringing lots of happiness to everyone, of course. And I'm going to keep working at it. Then someday, I'll even be able to bring some happiness to you. Mishy, well, you might have been hitting that Ozempic big time. But still the same Mishy we all know and love. Deeds are fruits. I didn't know her jacket had writing on it. I was so wrong. I was so worried over the difference in design. I never even bothered to try understanding you. But I think I get it now. No matter what he looks like, Mishy's heart and soul will always stay the same. I am so sorry. Thank you for everything, Mishy. I knew Mishy could solve everything. What is going on right now, dude? Well, this guy's definitely working for that wage. That is for sure. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit touched myself. The guy in the suit's a pretty good actor. Yeah. Would it kill you to read the room a little? I think we should all have a dream like Mishy's. It will make the world a much nicer place. Yeah, maybe. But anyway, I think we can consider this a case closed. The man who tried interfering with the show made an effort to apologize to each and every staff member. He seemed to deeply regret his actions. Due to his change in attitude, the group was able to handle the incident without involving the authorities. With that, the curtain came to a close on the Mishy misadventure.
All in a day's work. Reward deposited.
And then, some delicious law. Lots of it. Okay, let me go ahead and fix this up because we effed it up. Did not pick the right option. 1 second. All right, now that we've got our rightful amount of SP, let's take a look at our equipment. Yeah. Crimson Tier, True Gladiator headband. And he's got the Grail Locket and Oratorio Blue. So we'll give the Oratorio Blue to him. Yeah. And she can get the Grail Locket. And what else? Crimson Tier True Gladiator headband. Oh, she's already set. What's the Crimson Tier? Yeah. Who can I give the True Gladiator headband to? It looks like nobody. Strength 6. Prevents ailment 75. Ah. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to hang on to that. But now we're going to go into the Centre Marché, old sewer system. Go ahead and beat this thing down. Well, actually, we probably could. Okay, we don't have. Yeah, spicy seafood fried rice.
Gotta be me.
And I believe we shall eat.
That's some bachelor cooking.
Well, we can save it for when we're actually in the fray. Let's go ahead and get to killing. Yeah. So, we're all tapped out on that. So I think one of these. Immediately into one of these. Alright, Van. There we go. Show them what's what. To that end, these guys are definitely built more for being defeated by arts, but we can super brute force this. Nobody's worrying about a violent splash. Ooh. Okay, that's actually a lot.
Engaging skill.
There's a lot going on with that. Can't lie. Okay, for her, she's got the CP up, which means... And Katra, he should be able to up our... Yeah, damage. Shield, damage, and arts damage up. Uh-oh. Wait, she... Oh, I was like, why can't she gonna do the thing? But, right, I temporarily... Thanks to the first... I've temporarily forgotten, or I had temporarily forgotten about that. Not that we've even made it to that part yet, but... can she impede? She has no impede. So we're just gonna have to attack, attack, attack. Let's try... a triple optical cannon.
Now we're talking.
Almost. 197. So since she...
Engaging skill.
This is it.
There we go.
Let's go.
Exactly what we were wanting. Everybody's getting some. Uh-oh. Well, that wasn't good. Hydro cannon. Oh, they're still using these crappy low-level arts. Except for Violent Splash. Violent Splash is definitely on the stronger side. Van... He's all boosted out, actually, so... Oh, the freeze. Dang. And of course it's the one that we've already basically beaten. That's nearly down for the count. Well, 4-on-2, better odds. We'll take it. And then one of these gets some. One more. Make us proud, Katra. 610. Alright, we only did about half that. 0 arts. Don't mind if in... Yeah. There we go. Oh, that was not it, actually. There we go. Nothing to it. Katra's nearly level 49. Freeze 2.
Reward deposited.
Well, that was fairly expedient, wasn't it? And from here, doesn't look to be anything else crazy going on. So let's head to the Treon observation deck. See what's going on here.
Whoa, what an amazing view.
Twice as tall as the Great Spire, huh? Whoever built this must have been compensating for something.
We're finally here together.
All of us. Treon mix.
Come again.
Oh, which reminds me.
Huh? She looks like she's bursting with joy. Wonder why.
Did she want to like have all of Arkwright Solutions hang out up here? I mean, we're not against it, obviously, but
That was delish.
No one specifically needs to eat, so we can hang on to that. I am going to save though, just in case. But yes, let's see what has her jumping for joy. Oh, never mind. I thought we were gonna like take a picture up here or something. Ah, if it isn't Arkwright Solutions. I see you have Beauty's Blade with you, along with other, more dubious company. Out on a little group tour, are we? I should be so lucky. And don't act like you aren't wise to what's going on with us. How about you, Miss Division Chief? Taking a personal day with your flunky? There's a political debate tomorrow at Treon Mall. Is there now? We're here to conduct a preliminary security inspection. Is this? This seems greatly below both of their pay grades, actually, this level of grunt work. But I will concede that taking in the scenery from on high can be an effective stress reliever. So you've got it tough too, huh? Keelika's always had it rough. We're still pursuing that Crimson Beast, as well as the man who calls himself the Gardenmaster. Though I regret to inform that we don't have any more information than you do at present. That's too bad. Ever since the Nemeth Island case, all eyewitness reports have stopped cold. In fact, now that the serial killings have stopped, things in the capital have been almost peaceful. But who knows how long that'll last? Needless to say, this situation is only temporary, or perhaps it'd be better described as the calm before the storm. But no matter what schemes are taking form, we can be certain that they won't be carried out by conventional means. With that in mind, I am expecting great dividends from your efforts. Don't get your hopes up too high. Still, we do plan on bringing an end to this. Then allow me to tell you our findings in exchange. They regard those dolls modeled after members of the Gardens. The students that we fought, yeah. The CID took some of them in after the incident at Aramis, I recall. What did your analysis uncover? As suspected, they're linked to the super technology that arose during Crosspell's most recent incident. Oh man, we just can't escape Reverie. We're still playing Reverie 2 games later. In particular, they were built to simulate the underlying concepts behind simulacra. Simulated simulacra. Try saying that 3 times fast. Simulated simulacra, simulated simulacra, simulated simulacra. However, it would appear that the original technology could not be reproduced. From this, we've surmised that they incorporate Society, Marduk, and Zect Arms engineering, among others, as just a smorgasbord, a who's who of technological wizardry. In terms of how faithfully they reproduce their originals, the dolls are nowhere close to on par with simulacra, so nothing like what we fought, what the Imperial Picnicking Front fought from from 3 and 9's past to keep things vague. That, however, is because those aspects were eschewed in favor of combat specialization and formidable battle prowess. Were they now? Because considering the battle prowess that we were used to with simulacra, you'd think they'd have gone for quantity over quality instead, but okay. We believe they were produced around a year ago, while both Almada and the Gardens were still active. Aside from the twins, all other members of the Gardens have been wiped out. So the Gardenmaster unleashed these killer robots instead. And so, the organization that had been warped from the start manages to survive more warped than ever. We just can't get rid of any of these guys! That's karma for you. There haven't been any reports of these assassin dolls being deployed anywhere else. That's good news, at least. But if the Gardenmaster begins to act in earnest, they could very well emerge as an additional threat. You'd best be careful out there. We appreciate your concern. The Grendel Zolga started off by hitting a military compound, so there's no telling what his true target is. If anything, y'all at the CID should be the ones watching your step. Is that concern for your childhood friend, I detect? I will be sure to pass it along to Mr. Kincaid. That ain't what I meant. I, for one, think he would love to hear it. Yes, yes he would. Give me a break. Soon after, Keelika and Kayla returned to work, whereupon Van and the group resumed their own activities. I guess we're just not going to find out what specifically had her so excited. But, oh well, we can guess. So, next up, Station Street. See what's going on here.
Let's see.
We're on the other side of the street that we need to be. So, my whole thing with these simulacra is that we could, I don't know, things would get real fishy real quick. Hey, look who's here. How's it going? We're just out doing some information gathering. And since nothing big's popped up yet, I guess the answer is that it ain't going too well. We were curious if there have been any updates since I dropped by this morning. You seem to be deep in conversation, though. Did something happen? The juicier the better. Well, I wouldn't call it the most helpful intel, but... Wait, since when was Ikaruga's second in command mixed in with you guys? I almost let that pass right by me. Oh, that's just a shinobi technique I'm trying out. It's supposed to make you ignore me completely. Nah, I actually can't tell if she's joking or not. Kurogane did say it'd be useless though, since I stand out just being here. But hey, if it can give the immovable a jolt, then it's not a total lost cause, right? I don't know. I think Jin's perception is quite heightened, so you would definitely be able to pass by undetected to a normal person. So it hides you without actually hiding you? Cool. Straight up, you need a real hobby. We've got our reasons for collaborating with her. No need to sweat the details. If we may get back on topic, did you learn something new? Well, ever since that whole mess on Nemeth Island, the guild has been going after the Oathbreaker again. Not that we actually know where the guy is, but you could say he's been laying low for once. Laying low? That old coot? Kinda hard to believe. Right, he's definitely out there plotting and scheming. There are many eyes peeled for any potential backroom activity from him. Even if he were to evade capture, he would surely leave behind some sort of trace. Since we found nothing of the sort, it can only mean that he's inactive for the time being. It may be that he has already accomplished his objective. Either that, or he was caught by the society and had the tar beat out of him. Wishful thinking, as nice as it sounds. Anyway, that brings us to the alliance between the Oathbreaker and that so-called Gardenmaster. We suspect it was only a temporary thing, as these things usually are. Like, alliances will break and form at the drop of a freaking hat. I do remember him saying something like that.
Our contract is complete. Your assistance was most appreciated, Oathbreaker. Now kindly leave the stage.
The floor is all yours. What you do from here is none of my concern. So go nuts. I'm curious whether your scheme will play out like you think it will. Should make for an interesting watch.
That's all a big game to him. This definitely lends some weight to those words. Up until Nemeth Island, the two had been collaborating to some extent. So it's likely that the Oathbreaker and the Gardenmaster are both working towards different goals. Elaine caught me up on what happened yesterday. This Gardenmaster guy's on the move now, yeah? I'm just glad we don't have to face both those dirtbags at the same time. That's the one silver lining here. It stands to reason that he has further plans in the capital, judging from yesterday's events. That whole fiasco felt more like a trial run, if you ask me. This is when things really start to ramp up. You sure know how to make it sound ominous, but is she wrong though? In any event, the guild will need to be more vigilant than ever now. We'll do what we can, but it'll only get us so far while those devices are still out there. It's gonna be on you guys to step up to the plate, Arkwright. Don't have to tell me twice. We'll foil the Gardenmaster's plot and bring Swin and Nadia back, no matter what it takes. I like the optimism. Not entirely sure if it's misplaced or not, but...
Want to take the scenic route?
We could. Shard skill Seraphic Force. But like I said, I've already... Oh, speaking of... Oh, yes. By Zay increases appearance of rate of AT bonus by 90%. Nearly doubles it. Lin Bomb increases arts damage by 50%, but post delay is 1.5 times longer. Well, that's intriguing. I'll probably put that on Katra or something.
Monmar is so relaxing.
Gather info around the city.
Planner launch.
Is that it? that appears to be it. You said Mirabelle was looking into the Marian Garden, right? Any luck on that end? Knowing her, she'll have already come across something of note. Shall we contact her? So, let's have a little chat. Howdy, Rosette! And same to you, Arkwright Solutions. What's shakin'? Besides that walking blade hazard you added to your crew, I mean. We wanted to check in on the Marian Garden. First off, how much do you already know about what's happening? Probably everything. Whoa, now. Way to put a girl in the hot seat. Guess there's no point keeping it on the down low, though. I know I said we lost control of the place after it got hijacked, but that doesn't mean Marduk hasn't been monitoring the 6 around the clock. And actually, after analyzing yesterday's data... Don't tell me. You noticed something screwy. Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants. A pattern of abnormal system operations like none we've ever observed before took place yesterday. As for how or why it happened, well, you can search me. The only thing we could suss out was that it had access to geographical data from the Longlie area. Longlie area, so she's in a stomping grounds. Probably that thing that she's keeping hidden, or Ikaruga in general is keeping hidden. So we were right. The Garten systems were involved. That's all the hush-hush I can share. Sounds like it was enough for you to figure something out though, huh? A few somethings, thanks to you. Glad to hear. Looking forward to you getting us back in the driver's seat, Van. Yeah, well, I wouldn't get your hopes up just yet. Got a feeling settling this whole thing is gonna be a hell of a time for us. Don't know what that means, but let's just call it a you problem. Isn't everything. So long for now. Be seeing you again soon, Rosette. Indeed. Take care, Mirabelle. Well, that confirms what I've been suspecting for a while. The Gardenmaster really is the one hijacking the Marian Garden. Oh, well, okay. I can still remember my shock when the space around us morphed into the Longlie Pubu. Oh! I guess they are very similar, very parallel. It may well be that the Grendel's Olga's power utilized the Garten systems as a foundation. In doing so, reality itself was corroded. I never even knew that was possible. It's likely that the power of the Genesis was somehow employed as well. If you follow that train of thought, the Gardenmaster didn't steal the Genesis just to rewrite people's perception, but for something much bigger. But then why would he give them back to us so lackadaisically? We've already recovered two, I think. I'm not entirely certain if we still have the Genesis. It would stand to reason that we don't. But there was nothing weird going on when we went down to Monmar, so... Well, we'll just have to put it on the back burner for now. The takeaway here is that this probably won't be the last time reality gets corroded. Keep that in mind while we're out and about. So, looks like I've got an orb mail. It's from Father Barkhorn. Shit, I mean Master Bearguard. He just sent me a letter yesterday. Now it's an orb mail? Wonders never cease. Van, a major breakthrough has surfaced regarding your current predicament, prompting my immediate return to Edith. Wait, so is he a party member or not? I ask that you head to the underground ruins at Station Street so that we may discuss this matter in private. Bearguard. A major breakthrough? Doesn't sound like your everyday stuff. Might even have something to do with me specifically. Is there a problem, Van? Nah, just some, personal correspondence. Wait, what? We're not telling everybody else about this? So, we've been milling about for a while now. What do you say we take a breather? Sure, it's about time to grab a bite to eat anyway. Our party's pretty big this time around. Maybe we could split up. Good idea. Let's part ways for lunch when we reach a good stopping point. I'd better keep things to myself until I know what this is all about. Selecting head to the underground ruins from the travel menu will cause the main story to advance. Alright. Any unfinished quests and sub-events will disappear, but we don't have any unfinished quests or sub-events to do. What we're going to do is tackle all the floors of American Garden, so give me one moment. Alright. A triple clear of the submerged terrace Marian Garden floor, number 8. Later. Uh-oh, what the heck? When did I... Oh. I don't know when I activated that, but yes, we've got that set. So let's head to the underground ruins, see what Master Bearguard's got for us. After separating from his companions, Van made his way to Station Street. A lot more people around now that we're heading into the afternoon. Well, for now I've got to find out what Master wants from me. He went through more trouble than he had to sending that orb mail. Something's definitely up. It's been 3 months since we last saw each other. Guess the first step is to just meet up and hear him out.
The entrance to the underground ruins is down the back alley next to the department store.
Say no more. Uh-oh. Sure, why not? I rarely ever use these terminals because we can just head to where we need to go to. Whoa, it wasn't Bearguard.
Celis,
no.
The hell are you doing down here?
Did she also get an orb mail from him?
Master called me over to talk. What, did you come in his place?
In his place? I guess you could say that.
Don't tell me. They wouldn't kill Bearguard off unceremoniously again, would they?
Am I missing something?
I've got some bad news to share, Arkwright.
No, her reality's been rewritten, dude. And this is it. It's her this time.
Master Barkhorn's dead. And it's all your fault.
Yup, it's her this time. They got her. You'd think the Dominions would have some sort of defense against this sort of thing.
What?
No freaking way.
Back up. Did I hear that right? He's dead.
So did she send the orb mail or did Master Bearguard?
We're talking about the Bearguard Zeman, right? Did you say it's my fault?
It figures you wouldn't have a clue. Back when you were swallowed up by that demonic power, Master took on a curse to protect you. You know that much, right?
No, this is my first time hearing that. What?
Now hold on a sec. That ain't...
Right, like, what is she talking about? That did not happen. Okay, I was seriously doubting myself for a second there because I'm like, wait, is this some sort of supplemental thing that I skipped over? But no, she's remembering a different history.
That curse is as nasty as they come and just as tough to dispel. He spent all this time getting spiritual treatment in Arteria.
That's where she thinks he's been?
But even after going to Gehenna and back, he gave up the ghost just the other day.
Yep.
Don't tell me she's corroded the way Ashen was.
So why... Man should not have come here by himself.
Master covered for you until his dying breath. And whether he likes it or not, his sacrifice proved one thing.
That you're not his favorite? It was Van?
Your existence is a plague on this world. And that's a sin I just can't abide by.
Jeez. All it takes is, well, she blames him for basically her father's death, so their father's death, so.
Since we're fellow disciples, I'll grant you one act of mercy. Putting you out of your misery by my own hands.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So even Dominions can get their memories rewritten. This ain't the time to mull things over, though.
Exactly. That would have been my first thing. Like, these guys should be the main ones immune.
Up and at 'em, Mare Bear. We got trouble.
Immediately, he's like, immediately bring the Grendel out for this one. She will kill us. But it's, yeah, in universe, I don't think Van stands a chance against her.
Can't go Grendel?
Well. Yeah. Wow. Van got one tapped. That tracks though. Like, that really does track. Van is tough. But Celis kills Van. That's it. That's all. Yeah. I truly believe he would stand no chance against, because people are oh my gosh, holding back is the name of the game in this freaking series. But yes, in an all-out fight where she's like, yeah, man, you gotta die. Van is dying, as we see. So I do like that. I do like, what's the term for it? Ludonarrative or something like that? No, I think that's something completely different. Either way, yes, Van would lose that fight 10 out of 10 times without the Grendel. Immediately he was like, oh my gosh, my life is gonna get real rough real quick if I don't have the Grendel. Ugh. Sweet Adios. Didn't see that coming. Guess playing fair is too much to ask. If I'm gonna worm my way out of this, maybe bring everybody? Someone's watching. Must be using some sort of technique to conceal their presence. Don't know if it's related to the rewrite, but sticking around won't do me any favors. Now how do I lose them? It's around noon on a Saturday. I think I know who to count on to give me an out. Inspector Nate? Act 3, Route C, Heretic Hunt.
This really isn't the best place to be right now.
So,
I need to find a good opportunity to get to the center of the connecting bridge.
Okay. So, there he is. Is it... Who is it the person in the coat on the corner right there? Whoa. Well, that was dramatic. He got away. Target has boarded a taxi heading northwest. The vehicle's make is... So wait, who are these people? Are they, Celis's... I forget what they're called. Squires. Sorry to drop in on your lunch break. Don't give it a second thought, brother. Shuttling folks around is what I live for. Besides, not all this ain't just for kicks. Anytime you're in a bind, I've got your back. You're a cabbie like no other. Huh. Never met this guy before, but it tracks that Van would know a guy or two. A wheelman. I was about to get tangled up with some pesky characters is all. Can I hassle you to take the back roads? Maybe shake them off a bit? Forget that you're a pretty streetwise cat yourself. Just sit tight. Giordano will get you where you're going in record time. They look like complete nobodies though, admittedly. So I don't think we've got anything serious to worry about, but they must be working in conjunction with Celis some kind of way, right? Sure this is where you want out, brother? Yeah, the shortcut I'm taking, no car can follow. I owe you one, Giordano. Take care heading back. You betcha. The two of us share a compadre and Dingo. Next time you need a lift, just give me a call, brother. Man, Dingo, the gift that keeps on giving. Oh yeah, Dingo is an old pal of his, huh? Just another way he's coming clutch for me. Alright, time to trudge my way through. So... It's odd, though. The timing's just too good. Then there are all those guys surveilling me. Doesn't exactly match the Gralsritter's MO. So yes, they were squires, if I had to guess. Wait, are they also rewritees? Forget it. I just need to lie low in the Blacklight District and...
Oh, hell!
Wait.
A thaumaturgy trap! So I was right on the money.
Wait, it's not...
Scariot, you came to the capital?
Whoa, so this is a large-scale rewrite.
Indeed. And I trust you know the reason.
Well...
Van Arkride, within you resides the root of all things demonic. By your curse did Bearguard Zeman, better known as my master Gunther Barkhorn, perish. For that, you have been deemed a heretic.
Wow. In their memories, Bearguard took one for the team, and because it didn't work out, Van's gotta go.
So it got you too, huh? I had a hunch this might happen.
No, I thought it was just gonna be Celis.
Yours is an absolute evil, untouchable by the laws of this world. By our hands shall it be condemned.
Uh-oh.
You ran into you guys instead, huh? I try to lure him and the bastard blows me off. I'm on my way. Don't do a thing till I get there.
Okay, yeah, so that was a trap set by her. She's like, I want to kill him.
Mother Celis, how many times must we tell you to use your telepathy to contact us? Or at the least, a secure line.
She's not trying to focus on that right now.
There is no need to delay. Taking him down where he stands will do just as well. Begin casting. Leave no gap uncovered.
Yes, sir.
So, about to blow us to kingdom come, literally.
There are too many for me to hold off alone. Add a Dominion to the mix, and I'll be screwed 6 ways from Sunday.
Surrender yourself. This is farewell, Arkride.
Shit. My number's up.
I think I've seen quite enough.
Okay.
A cold snap. You dare, Father Leon?
Not sure what brought this on, but hey, I'll take what I can get.
Anything is nice.
Stop him!
So why isn't it affecting Leon?
This way, then!
Bailing me out, huh? Take it that means you're still in your right mind?
Assuming you refer to the way Celis isn't in hers. Yes.
But why not? That's really strange,
But
though.
we can talk after we've made our escape.
Between this and Messeldom, I'm racking up a real debt to you. Let's roll.
You'd think, why would they waste resources on Ashlad and Iscariot? The two headed toward the surface through a number of byways. Oh, effed up my, there we go. While doing so, they began exchanging what they knew with one another. Rewritten memories and perceptions, Under normal circumstances, I would be asking where and how hard you hit your head. Good to know you haven't lost your humor. I don't have a clear picture of things myself. That said...
Master Barkhorn's dead. And it's all your fault.
For that, you have been deemed a heretic.
Man! One misstep along the way in either of those scenarios could have wound up true. Well, I guess things did get a little touch and go a couple of times back in Daybreak 1. At least it's not out of the question that associating with Van would have ended up with Bearguard dead. But the idea that Master was cursed is obviously a total fabrication. They don't seem like they're being controlled either, so the only option left is that their minds have been tampered with. Only is a bit of a strong word there. It could be that our master truly is dead, and your memory was the one rewritten. Huh, you know what? From Leon's perspective, that's also completely valid. What a load of On second thought, I'm having a tough time debunking you there. Right, we know that's not the case, but of course we would be utterly convicted that that wasn't the case the same way that they believed their version of things. Now I get it. The fact that we can't get in touch with Master right now is being used against us. Right. One call from, for a lot of these, one conversation with the party in question would dispel the reality warp. Likely so, though by whom we have yet to understand. It's gotta be linked to stuff on your end, yeah? You must have noticed something was off earlier today. That's right. After the incident at Nemeth Island, we decided to split up and chase the perpetrator's trails. Meaning that for a time, Celis and I acted separately. And so when he met back up with her, she was on one. She had some business in the capital, so we decided to meet in the outskirts and share our findings this morning. But for some reason, we weren't speaking on the same wavelength. As I listened on, she suddenly came out saying that our master was dead. Oh, that's why it didn't affect them both at the same time, because they weren't together when whatever got her happened. I tried convincing her otherwise a multitude of times. And her response? That I was the one whose memories were fiddled with. If even the Gralsritter aren't immune to this, then yeah, there's a chance that you're the one who's gone off the rails. While I may be informed on this rewrite business now, yesterday I couldn't conjure up the words to refute her. At the time, Celis unleashed her stigma. No, scratch that. Whoa! She busted out the stigma on Leon for disagreeing with her? It may be that her stigma went out of control due to the psychological strain of Master Bearguard's supposed death. I've got a responsibility to put Arkwright down. If you can't accept that, then stay out of my way! Then, to my surprise, the vice captain appeared. Hunting down heretics is the duty of us monks. Should you interfere, we will grant you no quarter. Wow! They then subjected me to a merciless barrage of thaumaturgy. I could only endure so much. That sounds pretty rough. Your concern is touching, but some people came to the rescue on my rescue after I escaped. They even treated my wounds. Wait, is it those people who were following Van? The only problem is my own stigma. No way! Leon got nerfed? In what way? I've been rendered incapable of harnessing its power by means unknown to me. So, is that why Leon's power? Well, I guess because if you tamper with Leon's stigma and also tamper with his memories, those two things might clash. Like, there would be no logical reason why Master Bearguard or Van would interfere with his stigma. So you leave his memories untapped so that Celis and Ashlag can go crazy. But then, yeah. Okay, I think that shakes out. But the big question mark here is, how does the Gardenmaster manage any of that? The power to seal people's stigmas is genuinely insane. It's rather dire, really. I can't even control my mana effectively. So that's why you aren't looking so hot. It's bad enough that those two are the ones rewritten. Now the only person who stood a chance of going against them has his power sealed. Truth told, this is more than I bargained for. All I intended to do was look into their activities. But in a twist of fate, I became your savior. Right, so he was tailing them to find out what they were doing, but of course he couldn't let them ice Van. It appeared that you were their sole target. Perhaps I should have just let the matter run its course. Now hold on. You better follow that up with a psych. Anyway, our only hope of bringing them back to their senses is to join forces. We're in agreement there. Ah, and there's the exit up ahead. So yes, let's blow this popsicle stand. I've seen this place before. It's where we fought Grimcat. This is a waterway beneath the Tyrell district, just a bit further until we get above ground. Good. I don't see any pursuers, but let's keep aiming topside.
You know, when I woke up this morning, I didn't think I'd be making off with you of all people.
Huh. That's my line you're stealing. Now, if you would be so kind, try and stay out of my way.
Damn, cold as ice.
Wait, what? Is this way we have to go? Okay, well, I guess that means the fight's up ahead. This 2-on-1, and we knew... So this is the scene from the opening, so it was pretty clear Leon wasn't affected.
We gotta
but
hurry.
It's still a random... Well, it's still a pretty big mystery. Well, I guess the memory's being tampered with. That's bad, especially since it's got the power to affect Dominions. But the much worse news is the effect that it's got on his Stigma, for sure. Yet another thing we gotta look into. Looks like we shook him. What's our next move? I mentioned before that a few benefactors came to my aid. They should be waiting for me up ahead. And these should be those people.
Over here!
Oh, no.
Van's here too? Something must have happened.
So those are your guardian angels, huh? That's very random. What a story. Truth really is stranger than fiction sometimes. Play enough of these games and yeah. Still, Celis and Ashlag chasing you down. It boggles the mind. Oh yeah, you've met the vice captain before, huh, Director? Yep, in the Blacklight District, we all had a little drinky drink. We shared a table at the Revolution Festival. Leon was there too, if memory serves. That I was. The Director was a rare source of stimulating conversation. Celis and I have met a fair few times as well. I know she isn't the type of person who'd do this to you. Well, fair. So please don't take it to heart, Leon. You have our fullest support. Right. If there's any way we can help out, all you have to do is say the word. I can't thank you two enough, especially given that you've already saved me this morning. About that, I'm guessing you picked him up in the van when he was hurt? Yes, we were heading back from scouting a filming location on the outskirts of the city. That's when we chanced upon Leon lying on the side of the road. The boy was bleeding head to toe. You can imagine how flabbergasted we were. Since we've hit it off before, giving him somewhere to take shelter was a no-brainer. A production van does make for decent camouflage on top of the transportation. On that note, we need to collect ourselves fast. There's no telling when they'll catch us here. It'd be best to relocate. Gotcha. So, is there any place in the capital that you can use as a safe house? Can't go back to Arkwright Solutions. That's the first place they'll check. How about Edith Cathedral, which strikes me as the second place they'd check? Even those two would be hesitant to start a confrontation there. Okay then, we'll ferry you over onto these trusty... Oh, we'll ferry you over on these trusty wheels of ours. And I won't take no for an answer. Speed is the name of the game after all. Your generosity is appreciated, Mr. Director. Yeah, we'll hitch a ride with you. It's not like there's much alternative. Swell! Then come on, hop right in! We can get to the Albert District in no time via the expressway. And so, we've officially shaken our pursuers. Maybe. Oh yeah, I should probably get in touch with the others. Let them know what's going on and there's a new rewrite about... Wait, we're still on the fritz? We're above ground now, though. You've got to be kidding me. They're blocking communications? Huh? But why? Even the radio isn't working. Well, this is a fine pickle we're in. It's probably a localized orbital wave jam. But if that's their angle... You don't think Ashlad and his pals are onto us already? They've probably got eyes all over the capital. Which means... Oh, those are the people we were seeing! And then... Okay. So those people were plainclothes Iscariot members.
What in the... Something just landed on the roof!
It can't be.
Whoa, well, hey.
Yo, Arkwright. Still scurrying away like the rat you are.
Celis is genuinely scary, dude.
Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep them out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me.
Well.
Don't move, Arkwright. Same goes for you, Leon.
Holy crap.
Force me to crack open this tin can, and you'll have a crash waiting to happen.
What are we gonna do?
I doubt hitting the brakes would actually cause her to go flying off. She seems a bit tougher than that.
Celis, wait! He isn't... She's using her stigma?
Well...
You're not at fault. I get that. But I can't let you live. The best I can do is send you straight to Adios. In one strike!
Can we get out of this?
I can't let any more people get caught up in this. Sorry, you three. I'll figure out the rest on my own, one way or another.
Well. Wait.
Ben! No!
Yeah, this seems like a... Oh, yeah.
Shards cushioned my fall,
but he still got jacked up. Whoa! Holy!
Can't say I didn't see this coming.
So, you opted to keep him out of it. Pretty noble, Arkwright. That's what makes this such a crying shame. I'll send you off in peace, if nothing else. Sleep tight.
And she killed us again! Holy! Well. So, we can't... Van's like, there's not much alternative. We can't. If we accept this, we're boned. Will Leon cotton on to the rewrite, though, was the question. There's no telling when they'll catch us here. It'd be best to relocate. The Tyrell district? I must have rewound back to when we've joined up with Gotti and Nina. Van? Is something wrong? Nah. Though it will be if things play out like I recall. So, is there any place in the capital that you can use as a safe house? How about Edith Cathedral? Even those two would be hesitant to start a confrontation there. Okay then, we'll ferry you over on these trusty wheels of ours. And I won't take no for an answer. Speed is the name of the game after all. Your generosity is appreciated, Mr. Director. Taking the expressway would get us to the Albert District in no time. But is the cathedral really our best bet? Suggest another route, yeah. What's up? Do you know something we don't? How perceptive! We do indeed know something you don't! That somebody standing here doesn't survive the expressway trip! Sorta, yeah. It's tough to explain. Let's just call it a flash of intuition. Oh?
Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep them out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me.
Under those conditions, they should be fine. But we'll still want to iron things out a little. Right, it's rewritten her, but it hasn't made her a completely different person. It's put her in it's put them in a state of mind, given them or put them in a position where killing Van is the next logical step. But otherwise, they're still the exact same people. You guys are gonna have to work with me here. Mind humoring me a bit? Not in the least! In for a reach, in for an arch. We'll be more than happy to help. Thanks, you two. Where do you propose we go, then? Just a sec. There's something I want to make sure of first. We'll need some spare Zyphas. Think I'll lay a little groundwork over here, too, while I'm at it. Oh, I guess we have all the time in the freaking world, then. So, round 3. Well, we're on the expressway, just like we planned. Nothing out of the ordinary that I can tell. Not yet, no. There it is, yep. Something wrong, Nina?
What in the... Something just landed on the roof!
It can't be.
There she is, yet again.
Yo, Arkwright. Still scurrying away like the rat you are. Sticking with that director and actress won't save you. I'll keep them out of the crossfire, though. So, just bear with me.
Dang. Celis is really cool, though.
Huh?
That's you up there, right, Celis? I get that it's been a while since Messeldom, but jumping on our van is one hell of a long time no see. It's like a scene right out of a movie.
You know what? He's not wrong.
Maybe you could cast her as an extra in your next film, Mr. Gotti.
That's a genius idea. Better yet, we could sign up Leon alongside her.
I mean, as long as their chatter keeps her distracted.
Damn it. I'm getting distracted.
There we go.
Wait.
Oh, they're fakes.
These aren't Leon or Arkwright. They're just decoys made to dupe my clairvoyance. Pulled one over on me, did ya? You're in for it now, Master's pet.
So, they did say that her clairvoyance wasn't very good.
Whoa, Nelly. That went exactly the way Vance said it would. Oh, those ciphers we prepared for the shoot sure came in handy. And wasn't that Ashland just now? This is getting more unbelievable by the second.
You have no idea. But okay, it makes sense that they're of course Director Gotti would have multiple Zyphas on hand.
Yes. But now we've seen it for ourselves. Something isn't right with him or Celis. And Leon, please stay safe.
Nina, we're trying, but it's taking everything in us. It's tough out here when Celis is hunting you. These streets are not safe. Not with her around. 7th District, Central Station. Oh, hitting the Hercule or hitting the Ramda. So the Blacklight District, like Van originally planned, I think. No, this is the first underground ruins we went to, I think. So far, so good. Guess they fell for our stunt doubles. We have the director and Nina to thank for that. Moving on. To think that a place like this was beneath the city. There are so many places like this beneath basically everywhere, Leon. Well, scampering around like this is getting us nowhere. We need to start working toward turning the tables. And one of the keys to that is, without a doubt, your Stigma's power. So does Van propose a way to unlock it? Is there really no way for you to restore it? You say that as if it's trivial. First of all, a Stigma's very existence is absolute in this world. They are thus unsealable by nature. So what, his connection to his has just been severed or something? Master did mention something like that. But if that's the case, how did it happen anyway? Yeah, like in order for a new Dominion to be born, the Stigma had to go from one person to the next. Heaven knows. All I can tell you is that it isn't something the Vice Captain's thaumaturgy should be capable of. Sounds like the Genesis at work, then. This is only speculation, but perhaps my Stigma overreacted after an unknown force attempted to tamper with me. Oh, his Stigma protected him! Since then, it has not yet returned to its normal state, and so I am unable to release it properly. So I guess their Stigmas made a choice to remain operable and allow their user's mind to be corrupted, or to interfere and go offline. Maybe they're working in some sort of balance. Leon's protected him, so Celis has opted not to. I don't know. I think I'm anthropomorphizing them a bit too much. That does line up with the current sitch. I'm curious about the specifics of this tampering business, but we can set that aside for now. If there's no problem with the Stigma itself, then we should be able to do something about it, right? Well, it'd only be a half measure, but if we manage to stabilize my Stigma's power, then yes, possibly. But as we are without a specialist on our side, we'd have to make do on our own. At the very least, we need a spiritual hotspot to give the Stigma a foothold from which to adjust. A spiritual hotspot. So is that why we're back here then? Finding one will prove inconvenient, however, with all these prying eyes on the lookout. A spiritual hotspot where no one is watching. Actually, I think I know a place. The perfect one for the job, in fact. Do tell. The underground ruins at Station Street. This is where Celis first summoned you to meet with her. Yeah, except now it'll be her blind spot. Right. She won't think to check the place that she herself was using. All the way down is an altar where the first Genesis was enshrined. Yeah, so this is the first dungeon we ever visited. It was on a small scale, but the higher elements were in effect back then, so it should count as a spiritual hotspot. That may be just the ticket. Though, I must say, his mental acuity is positively uncanny. What? You think of a stumbling block? Oh, I've no objections. Celis's clairvoyance is usually quite lacking, but right now, her Stigma is running amok. If she applies herself, she'll be able to see quite a distance. It's only a matter of time before we're discovered. Right, and she is singularly motivated to find Van. Then we'd best get a move on. Watch my back in there, Glacial Rhyme. That's his moniker? Very well. I'll be expecting the same from you in return, Sir Spriggan. Leon Balthazar, I think his last name was, the Glacial Rhyme. Oh. So this place has been outfitted with some brand new stuff. But, okay. So we've got... Wait, where's the... So what we've got on our hands right now, I think what makes the most sense
Treasure, What a
is that the Gardenmaster in Action 3. Oh, I'm glad I checked, because yes. Oh, and another thing I need to check. Oh. Sure, for right now, let's give him the Action 3. And...
That's
a shield. Sure, just for right now. We don't really have any options or choices there.
Skills, that's a single element slot.
Amalthea. Arts damage increases.
Skills updated.
Do we have an attack 3? No. I actually probably could make an attack 3. Refreshing Veil and Chrono Drive. Earth Garden Refreshing Veil. He doesn't need Chrono Drive. We need La Forte. And, maybe an Aura Breath? Just something to... Because right now we have no healing with this. Oh, also. Yeah. He has literally nothing. Strength plus 12. Item drop rate. Nah. None of that. Prevents delay, slow stat down. And then we'll do... Prevent seal and mute. That's the best we got. But yes, the Gardenmaster seems to be flexing or something like that. But okay, the only thing that doesn't make sense with that particular theory of mine is the fact that, well, no, right now, does this show us how many? Oh, and right, the achievements. Grendel skill stones times 8. Got quite a few of these. A Noval gem. Let's see, because that should be action 4, right?
That's a single element slot.
Time to cast Artist Cup by 40%. No, it's a cast 4. The action for...
Initiating maintenance.
I'm not even going to pretend I can remember what it's called. But right now, I don't think there's a way for us to check it. But I'm fairly certain, because of how things shook out, we've got 2 Genesees right now. So...
I think we lost him.
Yes, indeed. Though I'm certain Celis will be ready to resume her pursuit any moment. That pertinacious personality of hers is proving quite troublesome for us.
How the heck do we... Interesting. Oh, no, there's a thing right here. Haha. But yes,
like a chest.
She's like a dog with a scent. What does the Gardenmaster gain? Well, I guess a lot of stuff. But the only thing that makes sense to me basically is that even with us taking repossession of all of the... Oh, crap. Even with us taking repossession of all of the thingamabobs, all of the Genesees, the only thing that makes sense is that the Gardenmaster would still have the capability of utilizing those functions, even if he doesn't actually have them himself. Unicorn cameo, 100% prevents fear, so I guess she can fear us. Now that would genuinely be the nightmare scenario. So there's probably maybe some other end. The Genesees themselves not really mattering all that much. Well, either way, we have much bigger fish to fry at the moment.
Whew, that hits the spot.
Let's cook some. Because it's definitely better having some of these than not.
Let me know what you think.
We've got a bunch of ingredients, so damage up.
It'd be my pleasure.
And I'll cook one more.
Please, help yourself.
Just to have in our back pocket. These prime beast essences.
I did a taste test first.
Alright, Celis. Don't kill us too hard. Though, we've already had 2 rewrites, so I'm sure this is going to be the real fight. Alright, back where it all started. Though it looks a little different in here. This is as deep as it gets. There does indeed seem to be spiritual power gathering here. Think it'll work? I'll see what I can do. Maybe it's just because it's brighter? Do you got it? Damn, nice work. Dominions don't play around, huh? Normally, this sort of fine-tuning is best done in a more controlled environment. Proceeding with such a meager pool of mana will take a fair bit of time, which means Van is going to have to manage to hold her off. Yeah, well, tough cookies. There's no monsters around to worry about, so let's just hunker down and get it done. I've never had a situation this sticky, but being targeted in and of itself ain't so new to me. Work in the shadows long enough and you're bound to run into a few cloaks and daggers. Overplaying the hard-boiled bit, aren't we? Brag as you like, but you're still softer than you'd care to admit here and there. Who said I'm bragging? Get off my back and concentrate, would ya? Oh, don't worry on my account. The adjustments are going smoothly.
May I ask a question? You need only answer as much as you are able.
Sure. Go for it.
I've been sitting on this for quite a while now.
Really?
What exactly happened 8 years ago?
Oh, do tell.
The two of us happened to be the same age, meaning that back then, we were both 17.
And yes, 8 years ago, which means this would have been a year before Trails in the Sky first chapter. It's actually interesting. Van is 25, but yeah, he's 2 years older than Estelle and Joshua.
Instead of attending at RMS Academy as you should have, you suddenly dropped out, leading the life of a drifter until Master Bearguard took you in. It was around that time that he sustained serious injury.
So, Van did hurt Bearguard.
Celis and I only learned of this after the fact. You can see why it would make us rather distrustful of you. But, inquire as we might, our master refused to enlighten us.
8 years ago? Wait, so wouldn't that mean that I've probably already putzed over this? If Van met Bearguard 8 years ago, that would mean that Barkhorn met Gaius before that. Because Gaius is what? Right now, Gaius is 20? And he was he 4? I can't... Times like these, I wish I could consult the wiki, but I know taking one look at that, I'd know like 8 plot points for the next game. So, oh well.
Yeah, well, it's not like he could say anything. His final disciple was a walking taboo, a vessel housing a ruler of devils.
Yeah, so Gaius did come before Van.
And it's as I thought.
Yeah. I won't go into detail, but there was a time I let my power go out of control. Being a vessel, that power is only leftover scraps. Yet it was still enough to snuff out every spark of life in the area. If Master hadn't put his life on the line to save me, I might have never gotten my humanity back.
I half expected that was the case. This rewrite about Master Bearguard being struck by a curse is only just outside the realm of truth, then.
Yep. They can't make somebody believe something that is completely outlandish, but Van almost did this already, so...
Yeah. One false move and things could have ended up that way for real. If you think about it like that, maybe I am a heretic, like they said.
Come on, Van, you can't just start doubting yourself.
But even then, I can't just give myself up to him.
Exactly, because 1, Master Bearguard is fine, and 2, we still got work to do.
Master granted me a new lease on life and pointed me down my path. That's a kindness I aim to repay.
Your origins are unknown to me, and the way you hover between light and shadow is exceptionally dubious. And to top it all off, you may well harbor the root of all things demonic. No Dominion could possibly overlook that.
Now hold on, we beat that thing before.
But if Master Bearguard sets you down your road in life, and far be it from me to chide you for walking it. Between your efforts to avoid involving the innocent, or to keep them out of harm's way at the expense of your own well-being, you're even more tender-hearted than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah, but Van buries it under a very gruff exterior.
Hold up. Are you saying you remember what happened last time?
Okay, so Leon did indeed get included in the rewrite.
Why, I'm not sure what you mean. At any rate, our little tete-a-tete has me inclined to acknowledge you as a fellow student, unrefined though you may be.
Aw, but if they're the same age, then I think didn't I say? I think Celis might be a little older than them, so they're her little brothers, basically.
To the point where I'm willing to commend you for how far along you've come, and for getting us to this point.
Well, is he good to go? All right, he fixed the stigma.
Look at that. You actually did it.
Yes, albeit to a wholly limited extent.
Right, so he won't be busting out any cutscene power.
Still, this should give us more leeway to oppose Celis.
Should have known you'd be here.
There she is. Don't run it anymore. She brought everybody with her.
Bet you think you're clever throwing us off the trail like that. I'd give you a pat on the back for it, but we both know you can't run away forever. Now give it up so I can send you off in peace.
Someone's here ahead of schedule.
How very timely of you, Celis. Your clairvoyance has improved. If only I were a little more incentivized to appreciate that right now.
Yeah, man.
Huh? If you're trying to blow smoke up my ass, I'm not hearing it.
All right. So you take...
The time has come to convict the heretic.
You take the 12 on the left. I'll take the 1 on the right.
Father Leon, I will make no guarantees on your survival should you insist on obstructing us.
Multiplex thaumaturgical formation. Their showing at Arasion pales in comparison to this.
I really... Imagine being the person who had to translate that terminology, man. I don't envy that person. Multiplex thaumaturgical formation. That must be some crazy Japanese, but we don't got to worry about that.
Our prospects aren't bright. Even though I can use my stigma, it has yet to recover fully.
While on the other hand, hers is going berserk at full blast. We don't stand a chance in Gehenna. Not without backup.
Is that? Okay.
What the?
Our team. Yes, sir.
Orbital drone?
Take this!
All right.
We're being ambushed.
Oh, Ren.
Now, deploying shards! Activating interference protocol.
Get rid of those magic circles.
Roger.
All right, the team came in clutch. When did Van contact them? Yep.
Mind if I have this dance?
Okay, so wait, are we...
I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Jeez. This is not... She's probably still gonna get us. There's no way we're not getting out of this without a fight.
Ugh, meddling jackasses.
Phantom Thief Grimcat takes to the stage.
Van, here's your chance. We've secured an escape route.
Hurry up and get to stepping.
Just in the nick of time.
I take it this was premeditated?
Wait. Oh! That's where they went.
The memo Van left behind gave us the gist of the situation. The rescue party's arrived, just like your 4SPG asked.
Van put out a 4SPG?
Agnes consulted me on the matter, after which I rushed right over.
Always a surprise up your sleeve.
You know it. Now let's blow this joint.
I suppose we must. Until next time, Celis.
Leon, Arkwright, get your asses back here! We still got a score to settle, damn it!
Okay. So, are we gonna be able to figure something out? Whew. That was a close one. Sure was. But we managed to pull it off. Hell yeah. My blood's still pumping. It's a relief that you two made it out safely, narrow escape as it was. I'll say, thanks for getting us out of a tight spot. That extends to you as well, Nina, Mr. Director. We seem to have a habit of being in your debt. Don't think twice about it. Wouldn't have been able to live with myself leaving you high and dry. Yes, thank goodness it worked out. After what happened, we headed back to your office in Old Town, where we bumped into the others. It was right when we were starting to put our plan into action. Lucky thing, too. All we were missing was a way to get around. Indeed, time was far too short for us to spend it arranging for transport. After seeing your 4SPG, we knew we had to work swiftly and carefully, not carefully and deliberately. But we'll find out a lot more about that in the other game, especially with a group of our size. And just so you're aware, I laid a few false trails to keep them off our scent for a while. These cars have shards applied to them for good measure. They should cut off any thaumaturgy used to detect us. I'm also conducting a test run of Theo and Zeros' new functions while we're at it. Though they do have a Stigma user with them. If she shifts into high gear, we might be in for a bad time. So, what's the plan, boss? Altered memories or not, those two got you branded as a full-blown heretic. That puts us up against Celis, Ashlad, and a whole bunch of monks from Iscariot. Grave circumstances, to be sure. There should still be some means of counteraction to whatever is manipulating their consciousnesses, but it's easier said than done. If only we could just call Barkhorn! Yeah, not even Kurogane was immune. And now that the corrosion's affecting a Stigma user, it's probably stronger than it was yesterday. So not only I thought that we were seeing this thing's true power, not that we were seeing its accumulated power. What, like we didn't have it hard enough? Frankly, I would suggest relying on the guild, though it would only be a makeshift solution at best. That's the issue here. No matter how many people we throw at this, it won't change the situation. What we need to do is bring them back to their senses. But how? Persuasion via peaceful dialogue hasn't exactly been effective. Yeah, Van definitely got killed a couple of times trying that tact. Right, we need something concrete. Something that reveals a contradiction between the rewrite and reality. A contradiction between the rewrite and reality? I think you're starting to lose us. Yes, we've never really interacted all that deeply with Celis. Right, for all they know, she's in her perfectly right mind for this. Or Mr. Zeman, for that matter. You can blame us for dragging you into this crazy caper to begin with. On that note, did you remember something? Or did you remember something? Yeah, Master Bearguard sent us a letter yesterday. The one where he gave his advice? It seemed real enough to me. So, wait, when did she say that Bearguard died? Wait, she'll think we fabricated this. We've had plenty of time to. Every word was written by him, 1000%. The orb mail, on the other hand, was faked. If that's true, and this is just a guess, mind, perhaps their memories were rewritten only a short time ago. More specifically, it could have started as recently as today. Thinking back, you're probably right. There was nothing out of the ordinary about Celis when I corresponded with her yesterday. It could be that this memory rewrite phenomenon takes place during the dead of night. Ah, that's the trick, huh? It does line up with every case so far, when your mind is at its openness, most open, I should say. So all we have to do is find something from yesterday that'll prove Celis is remembering stuff wrong. I may have just the ticket then. It's the very reason Celis and I traveled to the capital to begin with. You see, Edith Cathedral received a letter from Master Bearguard as well, addressed to the two of us. They did? Yes. Generally, we members of the Gralsritter employ avenues outside the Congregation of Divine Worship's jurisdiction. But since Father Orwell of the Cathedral is a close friend of the Master's, the matter was entrusted to him. We received word of it the other day. Celis and I met up this morning and we were on our way to retrieve it when I noticed something was wrong. The actual message has yet to be read, but it should make for a perfect trump card against Celis. Indeed. One can ask for anything better. We just have to get her to read that letter without cutting Van's head off first. Sounds like we've got a solution then. Though executing it will be an undertaking of its own. As if we didn't factor that in already. Right. Together there's nothing we can't tackle. That's the spirit. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. We're too invested to back out now. Count us in for the ride. Speaking of which, where are we headed, Van? Much as I'd love to go straight to the cathedral, making a beeline for it is just asking to be caught. So, how's it when we take a different approach? I can hear the gears turning from here. Another one of your brilliant plans, Van? Very well, let's hear it. Anything to break us out of this deadlock. So, the man with the plan named Van. More Iscariot members. Okay. I'm not sure. The Blacklight district was fruitless as well. It would seem that information from earlier was a red herring. Our target's collaborators must be deliberately muddying the waters. Damn! So much for doing this the easy way. At this rate, he'll get his ass picked off by some perfect stranger. For both him and for Master, who covered for him to the end. I can't let that happen. Our duties are simply to be performed. There is no room for personal sentiment. Ha! Speak for yourself! Yeah? So where's she at, Treon Tower? Emotional attachment don't come easy for me, especially not with the lengths he's going to. I trust that you have no intention of aiding his escape. Pfft, get real, asshat! There's only one way this ends, and that's... Her clairvoyance picked us up? Well, well. What happened? I found him. About time, too. Give us the location, and we'll set out at once. Good. I'm sick of getting outsmarted at every turn. They're at the Albert District, right inside Edith Cathedral. So, is it just me? Or is clairvoyance a bit of a cheat code? She's just passively scouting for us? Of course it takes some time to pinpoint us, but still, it didn't seem like she was actively working that ability. Well, what do we got here? It'd be crazy if this ends without a fight. Maybe we have to...
Sneaky picking this place. You already gave up on it once, so it was off our radar. And then you put out bogus leads and hoofed it for a change. We've been taken for a ride left and right until now. Guess that means you're ready to accept your fate.
I see you've erected a barrier to keep others away. So much the better for our purposes. This time, you will meet your maker.
See, you guys keep saying that, but it keeps not happening. At least not in the canon timeline, because we have definitely met Adios a few times already.
They're bearing down on us hard.
Yes, though that comes as no surprise.
It's also likely that Iscariot has mobilized every last monk that came to the capital. Breaking through their formation will be anything but simple.
The rest of you better know what you're getting into.
Our business concerns the heretic alone. Any interlopers will be promptly eliminated.
Jeez. He's like, we're only here for Van. But we'll kill everybody, though. Yeah. Oh, well.
Sweet mother of Adios. Are they sure about this?
Gotta be.
Things seem to be going according to plan. Be safe, everyone.
Let me start by apologizing for dragging you two out here.
Right. Oh my gosh. At the very least, these two are non-combatants, and they're still reasonable for everybody else anyways.
Just wanted to take this chance to set the record straight. On which of us is in the wrong, that is.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. How long's this gonna take to sink in? You want to turn a blind eye to our master's death? Then fine. That's no excuse to start making an ass of yourself.
That's right. Like, imagine if she would try to convince us that Beauregard was dead. It sounds just as ridiculous.
I'm not turning a blind eye to anything. But you know what Master'd say if he were here? Take another look at things as they truly are.
Oh, is he wrong, Celis? Is he wrong? I'll take that as a no.
Tell me, Celis. Do you recall the day we met with Master Beauregard at the end of last year? Oddly enough, both the commander and vice commander were present. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday. Wazzy, Kevin, and Gaius were there too.
So that's the splash art that was in the ending to Reverie then. We did see that meeting.
But by then, Master was already.
So that's what she remembers.
Stricken and on the cusp of death. Yes? Then explain this letter to me. I'm sure you would never mistake Master Beauregard's handwriting for that of another.
To Celis and Leon, I pray that the past several months since our last meeting have treated you well. Since the start of the year, I have been out visiting the East. While these lands are as harsh and turbulent as ever, rest assured that I am safe and unharmed. It has come to my attention that Calvert is currently being beset by a number of peculiar incidents. Though I cannot return anytime soon, there is a possibility that this may devolve into an even greater crisis than that which we experienced last year. Celis, no matter what difficulties may come, you must stay your impulses and guide the way with a steady hand. As for you, Leon, use this opportunity to assess exactly what it is you should place your faith in. In the face of uncertain circumstances, it is your worth as a Dominion, rather than strength alone, that will be put to the test. It is my hope that each of you will see this as a source of personal enrichment. May you ever remain in good health. Beauregard Zeman. P.S. Should you come into contact with Van, do try not to indulge him too much. The problem child through and through. Interaction with others will be the best medicine for what ails him.
That last part kind of makes me wince a little.
Yeah.
But there you go. Happy to have you as a mentor, Celis.
Aw.
Master? No. Bullshit. It's gotta be.
Yeah, because I guess this could be faked, but...
I'll admit, Master's pointed words prick at me quite a bit. But they must cut especially deep for you, Celis, the way you're actively going against them.
Yeah, fair enough.
fine.
Just like we were hoping for.
Look at the state of her stigma. We mustn't get complacent.
So,
Zeros, continue analyzing on max alert.
So-
Vice Captain, your orders?
Still your agitation. We need only carry out our mission.
so
Now,
the
come on! You won't even budge a little?
yeah, was it enough?
Surely you've realized by now that this command you supposedly received is utterly inconceivable. Yet you're still opting to stay the course. Do I have that right?
But why?
Either he's loyal to a fault, or there's an ulterior motive here. Rubs me wrong either way.
He just
These
wants
guys are something else. So, how should we play this?
time to fight it out.
Put up your dukes. Yammering in circles will get us nowhere. Gonna fight this out. Disciple to disciple.
All right then.
Oh, she not at her limit yet.
Celis is crazy strong.
Something's happening. We're not screwed, are we?
It's corroding our surroundings. But that isn't all.
Celis, you wouldn't.
What is she doing?
Stigma release. Sacred boundary! Come get some. I know just the place to make your grave.
So wait, is she sending us back to Longlai? Again? Because that's where Van trained up, right? Where are we? Moonlit Vashtar Palace. Why here? If I didn't know better, I think my eyes were deceiving me. The only thing we did here was was beat Almada and failed to retrieve those that ancient gear from the one dude. It's Vashtar Palace in Arasion. Yeah. This is the place where we squared up against Almada's boss. Or a recreation of it anyway. But why bring us here? The better question is, how'd you just conjure all this up out of nowhere? By using a boundary spell unique to Dominions. The details are confidential, but essentially, it's used to ensure that a demonic force can be vanquished securely. It's typically more limited in scope, but this time it seems to have been augmented by the power of that crimson corrosion. So normally it's a lot simpler than this. That she managed to expand a phase space of this magnitude is nothing short of astonishing. Miss Ortesia seeks a decisive showdown against Mr. Arkwright. Her choice of location may be intended to suit that mental conception. Oh, okay. So, she wanted a proper venue for a final confrontation, and of course, this place is fairly apt for that. And Vashtar Palace fit the bill, huh? It's a little disorienting, but don't forget, we've only got one job to do: beat Celis. And that's making those two see some sense. We owe it to Nina and Salvatore for dragging them into this. Agreed. All that remains is to move forward. That said, we're going to have Iscariot's monks to contend with here, in addition to the recreated monsters. Yeah, being inside this boundary is going to boost their thaumaturgy too. So, it's a domain expansion? Alright. This ain't going to be like last time, so stay sharp. Tamam! Let's head for the end with caution to spare. Leon can now use the S-Craft Niflheim once again. Okay, so he didn't have access.
What a mysterious place.
Not to mention dreary.
She has taken us into this place via her stigma. We had best proceed carefully.
We'll be alright.
Those assholes would be here.
Though, what I should probably do, if we're going to use Ren anyways, I'm probably going to have to go ahead and make sure we get our stuff all set. Cobalt Cape. Ooh. Ah, this is where we fought, that's where we fought the armored guy.
Looks like
And
the
so
gang's
we
all
got
here.
that taken care of. Uh-oh. U material. Ren, I know for a fact that Ren's orbment is currently gutted. So we've got that at the forefront of our mind, but for right now, the other thing at the forefront of our mind is her stigma.
It shouldn't be much further until we reach the throne room.
Won't be long now till the main event. Be ready for anything, people.
Understood.
All right. So hers has some gaps in it because we took breath off to give to Leon, even though he can't really do anything with it.
Skills updated.
And so she now has this as well. So why not Lindbaum? Or maybe not Lindbaum. Because she doesn't get anything out of that. No Vol Gem. Time to cast arts is cut by 40%. But it also amps her speed big time.
Looking to adjust your orbments?
Yes. Then she'll get... Yeah. Kincaid. Take that off him. And the other thing she can get is a strike 2. Alright. I am liking how that's a-looking. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh, and their equipment as well. Gots to make sure they actually have equipment. Yeah, see? Whew, that would have been bad. Who am I not using? True Gladiator Headband, Grail Locket, and Crimson Tear. So that's what she'll get. Grail Locket. And then the Crimson Tear. The Lunar Lamp and Oratorio Blue. Wherever that's at. There we go. And we'll give him the True Gladiator Headband, actually. Since he's already in the thing. Okay, now we're ready for this. This is a team we're going to use in order to beat her down. This place is crackling with power.
You made it, Arkwright. And you brought your sympathizers along.
Being fired up for battle never looked so literal.
Now there's a sign of a worthwhile fight.
Seriously.
So she intends to go all out from the start. Not that we weren't expecting as much.
She's done playing around.
Yeah, but something still feels off.
Yep. Even I can tell that much. This is more power than I can bust out on the regular.
So yet another thing that makes this suspicious.
Celis, you've regained yourself?
Wait, so she broke free of it and still wants to fight?
In spite of the rewrite?
She's noticed her conflicting perceptions in a different way than the Vice Captain.
What a relief. Or maybe it's too early to celebrate.
Yeah, because she's still gonna fight us.
I don't think she plans to back down at all. But how come?
Seriously, we don't have to do this.
Because that's just how deep the rewrite goes.
Yeah. It's like I'm seeing two totally different versions of things layered on top of each other.
Oh, okay. So, what she's got reality and what she thinks is reality, and no way to really tell them apart with where she's standing right now.
But the cold hard fact that I can't leave Arkwright alive is still right there with him. Whatever's messing around with my mind doesn't change that.
So as long as her perception is rewritten, she won't stop.
Her ideology prevents it as a matter of principle.
Makes sense. What about you, Vice Captain? Still plan on sticking to your guns?
So basically, she's like, something is up, but because Celis is Celis, she's still gonna go for it.
The duties of an Iscariot monk are immutable, no matter the circumstances. We carry them through, then behold the outcome. This is merely one instance of many.
Ugh, this guy's like a broken record.
Yeah.
But you know, this isn't too raw a deal. The corrosion's gathering right here. That makes things easier.
So is she gonna...
You think you're in the right? Then you should have no problem outshining us at our best.
The hell? Did they just get even stronger?
Without a doubt. The corrosion is further intensifying.
So what? They're just gonna keep getting power boosts? How is that fair?
Oh no! They're drawing out power to such a reckless degree that it's burning through their vital force.
We cannot allow that to continue.
If overcoming this is the only way to restore you, then I will bring all I have to bear, Celis.
Same here. Let's show them we mean business.
Thought you'd never ask. Finally, I get a chance to let my hair down.
We won't hold anything back.
Okay.
For you to focus.
No special conditions. We just gotta win.
You damn heretics.
I am merely here to carry out my duty.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and make sure they don't get to do that. We'd really rather not all die. So, for this, Celis, 120,000, 90,000. Well, we're gonna have to break down Ashlad first then.
Lay on the pain, Leon.
And he's got the La Forte. Though she can actually buff us. So I don't think we strictly need him to do that. Ooh, a very beautiful delay. HP heal, all stats up.
Now, how shall we
She picks, and she can't select herself. Okay. Alright, well. Ogonarisha. I've literally never used that craft.
Holy testaments.
Oracular armor.
I won't lose.
So he's got a shield now. Not ideal. Oh, weak to everything. You do not say. Crap. Oh, okay. We got it. Oh! Her thing just executes that quickly. So, the critical...
Level maximum.
Definitely start with you.
Boost gauge limit raised.
Punishment. Holy! Okay, so Ren already going through it. Opposite of ideal, but... on yes, rather than attacking... let's do Jabril Guard. Okay. Golden. And you will... ooh, Ideal Force. Go ahead and facilitate on Yes's big damage. Fiamma Midgard. Well, we got lucky.
Bring it on.
Because that would have hurt very badly. Impede side attack bonus. Everybody gets some.
Lay on the pain, Leon.
Boost level maximum.
He's got Aura Breath, yeah. Because that Fiamma Midgard did punch through what we got had going on.
Oh, boy.
Meet your end.
Judge Sangros.
Judge Sandros.
Well, that would be his S-Craft, I guess.
Activating drive. You're next on yes.
Activating skill.
Oh. Not too shabby. Grand Serpent.
I'll take you on.
Another one I don't really use all that much. Heal HP, remove debuffs.
Shield.
This isn't going to get rid of the burn, which is the only thing. Let's have her go in.
Boost gauge limiter removed.
Though she wasn't boosted at all, so it's not the greatest thing ever. And she was boosted, obviously, but I mean, she doesn't have the additional stats.
Certain arts will work better.
How's the matter? Come at me.
I think we might Azure Sunray. Yeah. There we go. And this will get them both, so might as well, right? All right. There's the one. Now the other. Surtur's Judgment.
You will regret that.
We're about to get ourselves a nice little bonus. Shield Hospitable Hostess. Or, ooh, I literally just said it and almost didn't do it. There we go. And damage down. Wait, she is weak to that? Oh, I was about to say, there's no way she's weak to fire, but she's weak to space. She's weak to all of the higher elements. Go ahead and take that critical for ourselves real quick.
You just don't know when to quit.
She should be frozen. No, she's not frozen. Well, that sucks. But we were all super boosted and did not die. Thank you, Ren. Ooh. Okay, so that almost wiped out this Azure Sunray, this critical strength boosted Azure Sunray.
Damn it.
Yeah, big damage. Well, that was nice. Yakumo, Gap, Lore. I did start switching out people's, because we've started maxing out on Hollow Cores, so I started switching them around to start maxing out other ones.
See? We can take the heat, no problem.
Just one last little push.
Yeah, not much longer now.
Well, the BS begins.
The corrosion.
It won't let them fall to us.
This could be trouble. They're trying to draw out more power.
They're still they're the ones pushing themselves this far?
Gotcha, punk.
There's no way. Wait. Wait, what?
Took me long enough.
Now quit sneaking peeks and piss off.
What did she do? Oh. It's one of the twins. No, it's the Gardenmaster.
She managed to strike me through the corrosion. I should have expected this. The folly is mine for underestimating a stigma bearer.
She found him out.
So be it. Thankfully, she failed to grasp our location.
I can't tell her.
Losing such a capable pawn. But what's done is done. I'll take this lesson to heart for the next occasion.
So, a stigma, so stigma bearers do have some sort of, they can't be
on the other end.
So, at the very least, her being a stigma user did turn out to be a plus.
It's the Gardenmaster. No two ways about it.
So he really was the one behind this. And everything with Ashen, too.
Yes, exactly as we had suspected. Though what you just accomplished was beyond all expectations.
Seriously, Celis is unreal.
Couldn't have done it outside my boundary. That, plus the corrosion, gave me the perfect combo to stick it to him.
Okay, but she was super duper amped apparently. Still.
Huh? Hold on.
Is this what you were aiming for all along?
I knew I sensed something peculiar. Though gambling with your life in the literal sense of the phrase is a bit much, even for you.
Okay, so the letter worked. The letter worked, and that's when she started concocting the plan. Celis is a very dangerous combination of smart and strong.
Shows how much you know. I don't go halfway on anyone who tries to start shit with me. Speaking of which, We're not done here yet. I jammed the corrosion into that point. Now we just gotta stamp it out.
So this is where the real big fight happens.
I see. That just might do it.
Do what? Give it to us straight already.
I imagine it will also eradicate the rest of the corrosion. And this phase space along with it.
Well, clearly not. If we still get got by someone who's corroded, well, I guess we don't know if they're corroded just yet, but they're probably corroded.
Back me up, Leon. One go is all we need.
With pleasure.
Searing seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Glacial seal of mine, shining from the abyss.
Roar rampant and become a helix to eradicate this evil!
I really like their invocations. So, we know that didn't defeat the corrosion, because we've gone further into the future than this already. Well, I guess that was before we done... both of them, but still.
You managed to release your stigmas under such strenuous conditions. I'm impressed.
Dominions are no pushovers.
Little too hardcore for my tastes.
I thought it made for a pretty good show.
This mean you're finally back to normal, or what?
More or less. So, listen.
Yeah, sorry about all that trying to kill you stuff.
I screwed shit up royally for just about all of us.
Though it really isn't her fault. She was acting under what she thought was true. And like, she was supernaturally predisposed to thinking that was true.
Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Genuine remorse from Celis or Tessia? The corrosion must still be among us.
Can't let it go for even a second.
Nah, you got jokes, huh? How about I leave you in stitches?
I guess that proves it.
Indeed. They've returned to their usual rapport.
They better have, after all the trouble this took.
But at least now we can call this case closed.
Yes, at least until we get bombed out.
Boy, am I glad that came up roses.
I wonder, I guess they were just here while we were there.
Nina, Gotti, sorry we dragged you into this.
Seriously, at least we know, because they themselves were never in any danger.
Yeah, thanks for sticking things out.
You deserve an apology from me, too. The responsibility is all mine.
They were 100% in the crossfire, though, so like they could have been collateral, but...
Don't get all stiff on us, Celis. Let bygones be bygones. It's enough that you and Ashland have your heads screwed on straight again.
Seriously, thank Adios for that.
Twisting people's minds with these despicable rewrites, forcing them against their wills. It doesn't get less classy than that. We're just happy we could help put a stop to it. Right, Nina?
Yes. Seeing all of this in person has been a little overwhelming.
Seriously, did they know what they were signing up for?
But the fact that all of you came back safely more than makes up for it.
I must extend my own apologies for placing the uninvolved at risk. Now that this crimson corrosion has dissipated, there is no longer cause for us to stand opposed.
And thank Adios for that!
Mother Celis, I urge you to begin exercising more caution in your capacity as part of the Gralstritter.
Now hold on, weren't you standing right beside her trying to kill us? You were just as affected.
Like you're one to talk.
Right!
But fine. Message received. Can't act like I wasn't corrosion patient 0 this time around.
Yeah.
Sorry for making that your guys' problem. I'll pay you back one of these days.
Then we shall take our leave.
Well, bye-bye Iscariot.
Thought they'd raise more of a fuss before slinking away.
It did seem like he'd been aware of the rewrite from the start.
Wait, so why was he going through with all of this then? Was he in the same predicament where he was like, he was caught between two crossroads where one could be true and the other could not be true. And because someone had been branded a heretic, he had to follow up on that.
And when all is said and done, he cooperated in doing away with the corrosion. But that aside, it may be that he's come up with another objective.
Gardenmaster, perhaps. Or the Crimson Corrosion itself, even.
Ashlad is such an enigma.
Yes, this incident cleared up quite a few things.
By modifying memories and relationships, he can mold people into pawns for him to play however he wants. And to top it off, he even took our senses of justice and duty and used them against us.
Yup, crafted a particular fiction like every single time. Well, not every single time, but 2 out of the 3 times he's crafted a fiction that would result in somebody on the team being killed.
He's a rotten little shitbag. But the bigger issue is that this is only a stepping stone for him.
What? Have you some idea of what he's planning?
It's not like I got him all figured out or anything. But today's mess was probably an experiment to see how far he could push the envelope with this.
Exactly. See, that's what I was saying. It was like, if he can use his power to tamper with a Stigma user, and it's accumulating more energy, more power by the day, then he's just gonna move on to bigger and badder targets, or broader targets potentially, influencing more and more people at once. Oh.
Well, well. Can't say I didn't see this coming.
I actually was not even thinking about the fact that Celis must have had the Genesis.
The Genesis was the source of it all again.
Just like it was with Ashen. But what would there be to experiment?
And the way that power felt, my guess is that he doesn't have full control over that thing. Scratch that. It's more like this is the best he can do with the 8th Genesis as his go-between.
So, if he'd gotten every single Genesis, would the corrosion be absolute?
The 8th Genesis. It must have been part of yesterday's incident, too.
Well, we also have the Crimson Grendel's involvement to consider. Our current focus is this experiment.
Which involves using the other Genesis as a conduit to corrode and rewrite his target's memories. He's probably holed up someplace to watch it all go down.
But, okay, I didn't personally recognize where that was at, and nobody else knows where he's at too. He literally said that out loud, but...
Can't even begin to guess where. But it's gotta be in the city. Either that, or it's not too far away.
Okay, yeah.
Unless someone puts the kibosh on him, we're just gonna get more and more repeats of today.
So we have to find this guy, but at this point we've only got 3 Genesis. Well, just like we had 3 Genesis last time around, but...
That would be less than ideal.
But as alarming as it may be, we don't currently have any means of addressing the issue.
Might as well be hopping from frying pan to frying pan.
Well, look on the bright side. 1 Genesis recovered is 1 problem solved.
Yep, 1 more instance of corrosion that can no longer be used against us.
We've learned a bit about the enemy as well. Starting tomorrow, you should begin taking measures against whatever they might pull. With my assistance, of course. I couldn't bear to let you tackle this alone.
Oh, so if we'd done this first, Ren would have joined us? Though I doubt it.
That would be wonderful, Ren. Thank you.
We owe you big time. So if you ever need extra muscle, just let us know.
Yes. This is a matter we can ill afford to overlook.
Exactly. The Gardenmaster is too powerful.
We've also Master Bearguard's words to consider. So please, don't hesitate to get in touch, should the need arise.
Sure thing. We'll keep you in mind.
Alright. We all managed to not die, and so the heretic hunt came to a close. Celis and Leon volunteered to remain at the cathedral and deal with the aftermath. After apologizing to the clergy and churchgoers involved, Van and his group returned to the office. Ultimately, it was clear that the Gardenmaster was the main culprit behind these bizarre occurrences. After enlisting Kincaid's assistance, the team gathered to draft out a counterplan. And so is this where we pick up after the events of The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2? after what we had going on in the other thing. Yeah, so we still have the one we got from, okay, well. Received a costume for Ren. What? That's random. 5,500 Mira.
Truly, well done.
Gain 10 SP by progressing in the American Garten.
Then I'll update your rank.
Hey.
Got it.
Strega Chrono.
That's just about perfect.
And then from here...
I give thanks to Adios for this blessing.
So, this was a lot. Like, obviously, Maxim and Yume are normal people. The corrosion would of course be able to affect them. But even though Celis and Leon ended up having higher tolerances to it, Leon's stigma, at the cost of going offline, actually protected him from it. And Celis's, she wasn't fully taken over by it, or at least she was able to break herself out of it once we were able to dig enough into her psyche with this. But still, it's dangerous. It's getting rough. But we're going to go ahead, keep on keeping on. Definitely join me next time for more of The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2. Bye for now, guys.